Springs, definitely a dominant force at 18-2 regular season, but James Valley cracked the code a little bit the first time they saw each other. We'll talk to Joey Mitchell about that here in just a moment. We'll talk to Al Wager as the pregame show continues, and we'll be ready for about a 6 p.m. tip-off between number 2 Washington Springs and number 7 James Valley Christian. So we'll talk to Joey Mitchell, head coach of the Spartans, after a 2-minute timeout. You're listening to Dakota Sports on 1210 KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
At Olympic Chevrolet in Huron, count on an experienced staff. Count on a knowledgeable staff. At Olympic Chevrolet, count on a helpful and friendly staff. So whether you're in the market for a brand new vehicle or a used, dependable vehicle, count on the staff at Olympic Chevrolet to help you get the vehicle that best fits your needs. Olympic Chevrolet, call them at 605-352-6411. See them at 500 4th Street Northeast in Huron, or go online at olympicgmc.com. Drive off the lot today with the vehicle that you've been dreaming about from Olympic Chevrolet.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake, a Treats a pizza, or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to the pregame show on 1210 KOKK, live from Washington Springs tonight as Washington Springs gets to host here some Region 2B. And we'll talk to Spartan head coach Joey Mitchell here about not only his game, but also that. And Joey, it is kind of nice. Obviously, you know, it means you're an upper seed, but kind of nice to host these festivities.
Oh, absolutely. Anytime you can play on your home court, it's definitely an advantage, so we'll take it, and hopefully it works out.
And you got a team tonight that you're used to seeing playing every year in James Valley Christian, a team coming in at 13-8 tonight.
Yeah, you're exactly right, I guess. We see them every year, if not a couple times with our conference tournaments. But again, James Valley is a good basketball team. You said they're 13-8. You look at any other region and take 13-8, and they're probably pretty high ranked in that region. So this is no easy matchup, especially for a 7th seed in a region. It's kind of crazy to be 13-8.
And the scouting report tonight on them, where you feel like you really got to hold down to keep an eye on?
Last time we played them, they scored 63 points on us. We're giving up 47 a game, and so they obviously scored a lot of points. They've made a lot of free throws, but they're a big man inside. Wallman, he plays inside out. He's a good player. He's made his staple on the 281 conference now. He's had a good senior year. But the Steel kid has come back late here now the last few games. He didn't get to play the whole year. I'm not sure that situation, but he kind of beat us up. The physicality, driving to the left, hit some shots. And then the Van Sherrill kid. And they got some young kids, the fast kid, the Waldner kid. It's going to be a scary basketball team in 2-3 years.
Now, speaking of not getting to play the whole year, you've got some kids here, obviously, that haven't been able to play every game of the entire season, but it looks like things are kind of coming together here at the right time.
Oh, you're exactly right, Matt. We've had kids pretty much the injury flag throughout this whole year, honestly. And once we got a kid back, we got another kid hurt. It was knees, broken feet. Crazy enough, one kid about cut his hand off with a saw in shop class. So it was just, we were injury flagged, and honestly, it was last Tuesday, we got everyone back. So we've had everyone back now for 1 week. The other guys were not being able to just do one thing or another. But yeah, hopefully the health now turns out to our favor. Being injured, other guys had to step up. We were 18-2, as you mentioned, so that you don't just get that. Other guys had to step up and play different roles, and so that was nice, and I think it's going to play dividends in the long run.
And with the weather delay, your kids got to be chomping at the bit to just get on the floor, huh?
Oh, you're exactly right with that. It's been a long week of practice, I guess, and then, you're ready to play your region game first round, and it gets delayed. Obviously, practice gets old in a hurry, I guess.
Just a quick word about the group of seniors here. You don't have to go through them individually, but you got a big group of seniors here.
Yeah, no, absolutely. There's 6 of them, so go to any other class, and we're going to take a big hit next year with, 4 of them see significant minutes for us, honestly. And the other 2, last time we played James Valley, I think they had about 15 points between the 2 of them. So it's not like they can't play. We're just fortunate enough to have guys that we can play 10, 11 guys.
You're all good, Coach. Well, thanks a lot for joining us here. Good luck in the game, and hopefully we'll talk to you down the road.
Yes, thank you, Matt.
Joey Mitchell, their head coach of the Washington Springs Spartans. We'll send it back to the studios here. More pregame show. Remember, a doubleheader tonight, Region 2B, live from Washington Springs on KOKK.
We can go, if we could go a minute now, that'd be great. 1 minute, please.
As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943 and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
6 F-35 fighter jets, 1 NFL team, a trip to the moon. All have $1 billion price tag. Something else that costs $1 billion? Respiratory problems in the beef industry each year. It's time to fight back against these costly respiratory challenges. That's why Purina Stress Care Starters are formulated with RX3 immune support technology. It boosts calves' natural defenses, priming their immune systems from the start. Talk to your Dakota Land Feeds rep today to learn more about Purina Stress Care Starters.
Welcome back to the pregame show on Dakota Sports, 1210 KOKK, live from Washington Springs tonight. Remember, both games have a Region 2B doubleheader. Higher seeds host the other side of this over in Castlewood. Springs the 2 seed here in Washington Springs tonight for a couple games. Remember, Deubrook, Wolsey Washington, the late game, early game, Washington Springs and James Valley Christian. We talked to Coach Mitchell right now, sitting down with Al Wager, head coach from James Valley Christian. And Al, thanks for joining us here. Talking about the regular season campaign. I had you down at 13-8. You guys had to play that play-in game, right?
Right. We had a play-in game last Monday, and pretty good record, and we still were down ranked number 7 in our region.
I was going to say that makes this is a tough region, because that in a lot of regions you'd be much higher than a 7.
That's right. But that's good. It's good basketball around here, so we're ready for it.
Well, you've taken on some good opponents during the season. One of them is the team you'll play tonight. We were just talking about it before we went on. They average giving up about 45, 46 a game, but you guys scored almost, I think, 63 against them.
Yeah, we had a real good up and down game against them last time, and they just kind of pulled away in the end, but it was good back and forth, and I'm hoping that's what we're going to have tonight. We're going to be able to compete and give a good strong showing.
Now, every time we get to the playoffs here, towards the end of the year, I want to talk about the seniors always, and you got a couple that start in Walman and Herman.
Absolutely, Jared has been kind of a mainstay for us the last few years. Scored his 1,000th point here in February, and just been a workhorse for us. He's averaging like 25 and a half a game again this year, and so just a real strong athlete. Always works hard, and same just a strong work ethic. This is kind of his first year that he's been starting a lot, but he's always been a contributor and just a really good. They're both great human beings, so it's been really fun to coach them over the last couple of years. So.
Back to Washington Springs for a moment here. Who do you feel like you really got to keep an eye on? This is kind of one of those teams where you can't really, right? You can't key in on a guy.
Yeah, there's really not any. I mean, they're solid 5 starters. They're going to score, and you guard one, and they're going to take advantage at another place. But yeah, Parker's tough. I mean, Parker Graff, he's just really tough guard to stay in front of and to limit, but we know that. We just want to just do our due diligence against him and just do our best that we can. Just limit to one shot and all those type of things. If we can do that and get some rebounds and push the ball up the court and hit some shots ourselves, then we hope to stay in the game. So,
all right, Al, well, thanks so much for joining us here. Good luck, and hopefully we'll talk to you down the road.
perfect. Thanks.
Al Wager, the head coach of the James Valley Christian Vikings. Let's send it back to the studios. We still got starters, we got officials, and we'll be ready for tip-off in our first of two. Washington Springs taking on James Valley Christian here. Region 2B basketball live from Springs. Back after this on KOKK.
Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and
okay,
breaks.
I think we're going to go 3 minutes because they haven't started the anthem yet.
Orthopedics and sports medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Ober.
Oh, you know what?
Dr.
Keep them
Todd
going.
Anderson,
They're doing the bring the flags out, so just keep them going.
Physical therapy teams are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org because when it comes to your
just
health,
keep them rolling.
the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center. Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers from Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Vern's Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Vern's Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
The Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of the Wolsey Wessington School. The Onward Wolsey Business Association includes 281 Travel Center and Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Bank and Trust, Schumacher Repair, McGilvery Heating and Cooling LLC, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, First Stop Insurance, and Engerbretsen's Just One More. Best of luck to the Warbirds from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
Look at all the pictures of the resort you'd stay in every year. All you need to do is pay reasonable maintenance fees once a year. With any contract that you're signing, read and understand everything. What happens if you cancel? Can you get out of this contract? If you feel pushed into signing the contract, you need to stop and take a step back. If you have questions, contact the South Dakota Office of Attorney General's Consumer Protection Division at 800-300-1986.
Dakota Sports.
And welcome back to Wessington Springs. Region 2B tonight. A boys doubleheader from Wessington Springs. Rescheduled from Tuesday tonight. We should have been in Madison for the winners here tonight to play each other, but they moved Tuesday to Friday, Friday to Saturday, and here we are. Al Wager and his James Valley Christian Vikings are 13-8 after a play-in win. They have off the bench Noah Fast, Colby Vanderwerf, Caden Ober, and Cole Anderson. That's right, 9 kids tonight for Wager, a couple of late season injuries. Starting, number 10, Javen Van Scherel, number 12, Gavin Waldner, number 20, Tane Herman, number 34, Huntley Steele, and number 42, Jared Wallman. Van Scherel, Waldner, Herman, Steele, and Wallman. They'll wear the black unis with the white numbers, yellow highlights. For Joey Mitchell and his 18-2 second-seeded Wessington Springs Spartans. Off the bench, Luke Larson, Sam Ponsolo, Brandon Flowers, Grady Grand, Tregan Jensen, Hayden Boucher, Ronick Fierstead, Richard Cardona, and Gavin Brandenburg. Mitchell will start number 0, Carter Mebius. Number 1, Wesley Molnar. Number 2, Parker Graff. Number 5, Colby Flowers. And number 11, Ryder Mahalik. That's right, the band's back together. Mebius, Molnar, Graff, Flowers, Mahalik. Luke Larson's going to be able to play 18-2 and finally seeing the team on the floor kind of that they had in mind at the start of this season. And by the way, with all those injuries, as Joey mentioned, still able to get an 18-2 campaign put together. Mike Ruth, Greg Blue, Brad McGurr, your law on the floor, your officiating crew. Mike Ruth, Greg Blue, Brad McGurr. It's brought to you by the South Dakota Attorney General's Office, Division of Consumer Protection, and the Vikings will have the first look. It'll be a three from the corner, no good from Wallman. Rebound, Wessington Springs. Quick run down court here for the Spartans, and a pass underneath and a foul. And I think this is an early blocking foul on James Valley Christian. I don't think it'll be a shooting foul. Oh, maybe it will. Yes, it will. We're going to the free throw line with Ryder Mahalik. First foul of the night is on Javen Van Scherel. One on him. First free throw is good, and Mahalik will open the scoring. 1-0 Wessington Springs. A second is no good. Rebounded underneath by Steele. No, I'm not. No, this will. And I'll probably. Thank you, though. James Valley to the offensive end here again. 1-0 Wessington Springs early on. Here's Steele, a jumper. 12 feet on the baseline. Huntley Steele feeling it early. And it's 2-1 Vikings. Quickly down court is Molnar. Handoff, Graff, top of the key. Thinks about a three. Nope. Drive, splits a double team. All the way to the rack. Oh, they got him for the travel. The nature of the play looked like maybe an and one, but instead of travel and a turnover back to the Vikings. 2-1 James Valley Christian. 7:10 to play opening quarter here from Wessington Springs. Here's Wallman inside. Pass underneath for Van Scherel. Lost it. Off his hands. A turnover out of bounds on the Vikings. So the Spartans will inbound. It'll be Graff to Molnar. Wesley towards the timeline here as Wessington Springs. A minute gone. Trailing 2-1 here in the Region 2B. They are the 2 seed. Like I said, the top half of this in Castlewood. The 1 seed hosting. I think they play Iroquois Lake Preston tonight. Here's Graff on the dribble, right wing. He'll long three. Front iron, climbs the rim, not going to go. Offensive rebound, and the putback won't go for Flowers. He got it again. Tries it a third time. Again, no good. This time a whistle. And we'll go to the free throw line with Colby Flowers. Foul here called on Huntley Steele. So his first, team second. 6:38 to play first quarter. Wessington Springs still looking for their first field goal, but do have a free throw. Mahalik went 1 for 2, and Flowers misses the first. He'll have one more and a chance to tie us up at 2. Second is airborne. That one is no good. Rebound, Wallman. So a 1 for 4 start from the line. 2-1 Vikings early on here in the Wessington Springs. I saw Deubrook arrive shortly after I did. I see Wolsey Wessington is now in the house. That'll be the late game, Wolsey Wessington and Deubrook. Talk more about that as this one progresses. Here's Van Scherel on the right wing. They got him trapped. Mahalik will take it away. Ryder to the other end, gets a screen from Graff. Easy layup is up and in. Ryder Mahalik, all 3 of the Wessington Springs points. Back across the timeline here is Gavin Waldner. Waldner on the wing, left side. Gives it off for Van Scherel. Van Scherel a drive. Ball knocked away, a near steal by Molnar, but Waldner finds the handle. Waldner into a double team, and he traveled. Gavin also stepped on Parker Graff's foot, and Waldner is, he's limping pretty heavy. They're going to have to get him off the floor. So Waldner is out. Noah Fast will check in. Wigger figured to play probably 7 or 8. He's only got 9, so could possibly see everybody play here tonight. Colby Flowers on the right wing. Pass inside, knocked away. Here's a steal. Jared Wallman the other way. Wallman into the lane, leaves it for Steele. Huntley fades away, can't hit. Rebound Flowers. Flowers rifles it down court. Had some backspin on it, or Parker Graff wouldn't have got to it. Parker chases it down in the corner. Drives, leaves it again for Colby. The drop shot won't go. Flowers trouble from inside early, but again, very early. 5:16 to play quarter number 1, and the Spartans do lead 3-2. Right wing, Noah Fast. Fast in as Waldner is headed for the locker room. Left wing, here's a 3. That one is good for Javen Van Scherel. That'll make it 5-3 James Valley Christian. Just inside of 5 minutes to play opening quarter. Region 2B, technically second round action here from Westhaven Springs. Spartans didn't have to play in the opening round. Vikings did, though. Talk about that shortly as the ball's knocked out of bounds on a Molnar drive off the Vikings. Westhaven Springs will check in Luke Larson, Sam Ponsolo. Larson heavily taped left hand as that was the shop accident that they talked about. Larson thankfully able to get back, and of course here, like Joey said a week ago, so this iteration of this Westhaven Springs team still trying to kind of learn how to play together. Wallman falls down in the lane, ball taken away by Graff. Graff ahead. Reverse layup by Ponsolo won't go. Mahalik is there for the rebound and the putback. And Ryder Mahalik has all 5 of the Spartan points. We are tied at 5. 4:20 to play opening quarter. Fast has it stolen away by Sam Ponsolo. Ponsolo's pass ahead to Mahalik and a foul called on the Vikings. I think it's on Tane Herman, as Herman definitely didn't mean to get into the block that hard. I think he just kind of got in the way as the Spartans were moving it down court at a pretty high rate of speed. Parker Graff blows past the defender. Shot, though, will not go, and Graff is down and holding the knee. And he's going to get up and try to walk under his own power to the sideline, but that's not looking good for Parker Graff here, as he will head to the trainer and they'll get a look at him. 4:06 to play opening quarter, and already Gavin Waldner has gone out of the game. He stepped on somebody's foot on the far end of the court, and they had to get him out, and he's right now just kind of trying to work that ankle back into playing time, and now Graff down with the knee. Graff will walk to the sideline and walk to the bench, and they'll get a look at him. We're back underway on the floor, tied at 5. Midway point at quarter 1. Here's another Ponsolo steal. A couple of quick steals from Sam Ponsolo. Pass ahead to Carter Mebius. Off to Mahalik, back to Mebius. Mebius, nice crossover, splits a double team, drives to the rack himself. Mebius in for 2. First non-Mahalik point. Spartans lead at home 7-5. Couple of injuries early, though. Gavin Waldner for James Valley Christian, Parker Graff for Westhaven Springs, and they'll take a quick timeout and think things over. We're back in 30 seconds. 30 seconds on KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooters has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooters is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner. And of course, Shooters' famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
James Valley Christian in the opening round, a 76-64 win over what would technically be the closest thing to an alma mater of our own Jeff Duffy, because I know he went to one of those schools before the co-op, but now, so yeah, James Valley beating up Duffy's alma mater to get here. 76-64 the final there, and the Vikings with the right now to play at Westhaven Springs. Here's a 3 from the corner, no good. Another Ponsolo rebound. Ponsolo ahead to Mahalik. Mahalik all the way to the rack, lost it on the way up, tips it back. A steal by James Valley, and then Ponsolo steals it right back. Here's Brandon Flowers into the game for the first time. Out on the right wing. Here's Larson, top of the key for Mebius. Mebius the handoff for Mahalik. Right wing Ponsolo. Ponsolo breaks baseline. Runner up and over. Wallman the rebound. Wallman up court here for James Valley Christian. A 7-5 game early on. Here's a Wallman jumper from the free throw line. No good. Rebounded by Luke Larson. Larson's pass ahead, tipped up, nearly stolen by Tane Herman. And it is taken away. Javen Vanchero comes up with it over to Wallman to Noah Fast. He'll run the point, and the Vikings to the offensive end. 7-5 Westhaven Springs. Wallman all the way underneath and fouled on the way up as I think Ryder Mahalik will pick up his first. Or maybe not. Sam Ponsolo. Poncelo's first is actually the first on the Spartans. Wallman to the free throw line for a pair. First is good. Vikings with a Van Scherel 3, a Huntley steal 2, and now a Wallman free throw. They are within 1 at 7-6. Wessington Springs going to bring in Molnar and Flowers. They'll join Larson. Brandon Flowers still in as well, and Sam Ponsolo. Second free throw from Wallman is front iron and no good. A near offensive rebound by Van Scherel, but Colby Flowers will chase it down. Flowers driving to the other end, leaves it for Ponsolo in the corner. Ponsolo up top for Larson. Larson, Brandon Flowers, right corner now for Molnar. Molnar hits a cutting Colby Flowers, kicks it out to Brandon. Brandon from 8 on the baseline is good. And Brandon Flowers has the first bench score for either club. 9-6 Wessington Springs. Javen Van Scherel all the way back at the other end, and they got the ball to him, but by then the Spartans had kind of caught up, and they're able to knock it out of bounds. So Huntley Steele will inbound underneath the Viking basket. 9-6 Spartans here in Wessington Springs. 1:55 left in the opening quarter. Vikings have Colby Vanderwerf in. Here's Steele across the lane. Tried to give it off to Fast, and it went off Noah's hands and out of bounds. So the Spartans get it back with 1:45 left here in the first, still leading by 3. Spartans dealing without Parker Graff. James Valley Christian without Gavin Waldner, both injured early. Here's a pass inside, and Colby Flowers off the window. Flowers' first points make it 11-6. As Fast breaks across the timeline for James Valley Christian. Ponsolo out to defend, and boy, Sam's already a handful of rebounds, a handful of steals coming off the bench for Wessington Springs. And as Joey talked about in the pregame show, a whole bunch of guys had to step up this year, and they all did to make an 18-2 campaign happen. Here's another offensive rebound by Wallman, and then he went behind the back, and it bounces out of bounds. So the Vikings give it up. Down 5, 1:10 to play opening quarter. Ponsolo will inbound for Wessington Springs. The inbounds to Molnar. Molnar across midcourt. Left corner, Larson. Larson on the wing. Ponsolo up top, right side back to Wes Molnar. Colby Flowers free throw line. Left side Ponsolo, he'll drive. Throws one up in the lane, and a whistle will get him to the line. So again, James Valley Christian played on Monday night, played Old Hammer Mona Rutland, beat them 76-64, had planned to play Tuesday night, but then, of course, the weather, and Tuesday got moved to tonight, and tonight got moved to tomorrow. Ponsolo good on the first free throw. So winners here tomorrow night, a 5:30 game in Madison, and then the late game will be the winners of the Castlewood games. Ponsolo no good on the second. 12-6 Wessington Springs. Final minute of the opening quarter. Tane Herman on the wing left side. Gavin Waldner back in. Waldner to Fast in the corner. Back to Waldner on the wing. Gavin rolled his ankle early. I think he came down on Parker Graff's foot is what happened. Here's Noah Fast. No good from 3. Rebound Brandon Flowers. Al Wager's assistant coaches Jory Whiff and Tim Wager. As we mentioned earlier on in the year, Tim signing on to help out Dad on the coaching duties. Joey Mitchell has Cody Hasty as his assistant. Final seconds of the opening quarter, 12-6. Wessington Springs leading here at home. Flowers just right at the top of the key, gives it off to Ponsolo, sets a screen, who gives it back. Nice roll by Colby Flowers, and he'll earn himself a basket, his second. 14-6, final heave, and that's it for a quarter from Wessington Springs. After 1, Spartans 14, Vikings 6. We're back in a minute, 60 seconds on KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
At Olympic Chevrolet in Huron, count on an experienced staff. Count on a knowledgeable staff. At Olympic Chevrolet, count on a helpful and friendly staff. So whether you're in the market for a brand new vehicle or used dependable vehicle, count on the staff at Olympic Chevrolet to help you get the vehicle that best fits your needs. Olympic Chevrolet. Call them at 605-352-6411. See them at 500 4th Street Northeast in Huron, or go online at olympicgmc.com. Drive off the lot today with the vehicle that you've been dreaming about from Olympic Chevrolet.
And welcome back to Wessington Springs. Fresh 8 on the board. Spartans with the possession arrow. 14-6. Wessington Springs in the lead. I see Grady Gran in the game for the first time tonight. Gran has it knocked away, actually. Also in for the first time, Hayden Boucher. Carter Mebius on. Mahalik is out there. 30 is Gavin Brandenburg. And here's a whistle against the Spartans. Fouls on Brandenburg, his first. Who's inside is Jared Wallman for 2. His first field goal. Make it 14-8 Wessington Springs. Mahalik to the other end, leaves it off for Gran. Gran running the weave, Brandenburg. Brandenburg the dish back to Mahalik. Mahalik past one defender, all the way to the basket. Nice block by Huntley Steele. Picked up by Wallman, and he collided with Gran, and I think they're going to get Grady for the foul. And that will be his first. And for Wessington Springs, I think it's just the third of the game, although it is the second here in the second quarter. 7:22 to play in this second quarter. 14-8, Spartans by a half dozen. Gavin Waldner, who went out earlier with an injury, now coast to coast for the lay-in and the foul. So Waldner a chance at the old-fashioned 3, and he's still got a little limp on that leg, and he's got a little extra tape there as well, as that was the prescription, apparently. Here's Waldner on the extra free throw, no good. Gran there for the rebound. 14-10, Spartans lead by 4. Brandenburg up top, Mebius. Fancy footwork there, but had it go off the inside of one of those feet. Here's Mahalik up top to Gran. Gran going to leave it for Boucher. Left wing, here's Mebius for 3. That one is good. Carter Mebius from downtown. He's got 5, and it's 17-10 Spartans. Waldner trying to back it in. Up top for Wallman. Wallman the drive, had it knocked away, a near steal, but he got it back. Now he's underneath the basket. Tried the reverse. Gets a foul on the Spartans. Wessington Springs set up for some defense as Grady Gran picks up his second. Steal the inbounds. They'll get it back to Huntley. He'll drive, leaves it out to Waldner. Waldner's 3 won't go, but Herman saves it in. Waldner another look. He'll drive all the way to the basket this time. Throws up a shot, partially blocked. Wallman will save another one in, and they get it again. Herman on the wing for Jared Wallman. Wallman the drive, backs away, drives again. Leaves it down in the left corner for Cole Anderson. Here's a 3 on the wing, no good for Huntley Steele, and the rebound out to Hayden Boucher, and Wessington Springs controls with 6 minutes to play in the first half, leading 17-10. Here's another Mebius 3. That one no good. Wallman the rebound. Wallman over to Waldner. Gavin across the timeline. James Valley back to work. Waldner the drive. The runner will not go. Rebounded by Boucher. Mebius, left wing. Carter all the way to the rack. Too strong off the window. Comes right back in for the rebound. And did he get it? Oh, he did get it. Pass inside for Gran, though, is ripped by Wallman. Jared saw that one coming. And Wallman with the steal. Long pass ahead for Tane Herman. Herman from 6 on the baseline, no good. Rebound Mahalik, and Ryder wants to push it. Just him and Wallman all the way to the basket. Mahalik the basket and one. Wallman over to help up Mahalik as Ryder takes a little spill on the and one portion. 19-10, Wessington Springs a 9-point lead, and Mahalik a chance to make it double digits. Ryder 1 of 2 from the line tonight, 7 points to lead the scoring. The free throw is no good. Rebound, Huntley Steele ahead to Waldner. Waldner Finds a cutting Jared Wallman. Wallman lost it on the way, finds the handle, and then scoops up the reverse. That's a kid that's played a couple of basketball games there. Got himself in a bad position, but found his way out. 19-12. Spartans by 7. Mebius drops it inside to Grant, and Wallman steals it again. Jared Wallman the other way, inside of 5 minutes left in the first half. Wallman stepping through all the way coast to coast. Can't finish. Mahalik the rebound. Ryder wanting to go the other way quickly. Leaves it out. Mebius for 3. Got it. Carter Mebius with a couple of second quarter threes, and it's a 10-point lead. Jared Wallman quickly the other way, all the way to the basket. He gets the contact that he wanted, gets the call on Mahalik, and Jared Wallman will go to the free throw line. So Ryder Mahalik will pick up his first foul. That will be 5 on Wessington Springs, though, so the Vikings in the bonus for the 4 minutes and 34 seconds remaining in the first half of this basketball game. And James Valley Christian's a pretty good free throw shooting team. Talked to Coach Mitchell about that earlier. Well, Graff is back on the bench. He's got the sleeve on the right leg, and I don't know. They just kind of subbed in, subbed out again, and he's not coming back in yet. So we'll see. Wallman, second free throw. That one's good. Jared Wallman was 7. 22-14, an 8-point lead for the hometown Spartans. 2 seed in Region 2B. Top seed is Castlewood. They're hosting the other half of this bracket. Winners will get together tomorrow night for a doubleheader in Madison. Our end of it officially will be 5:30. Here's a nice drive by Ponsolo, and Sam will finish it off with his first field goal. He's got 3 points on another free throw. Here's Huntley Steele from the corner. Steele hits Wallman cutting to the basket. Wallman into a double team, spins off that. Shot blocked by Flowers. Flowers off to Ponsolo. Sam across the timeline. Finds Hayden Boucher. Boucher's inbound pass picked off by Wallman, and a whistle as Flowers and Boucher both tried to stop Wallman's progression up court. And remember, the Vikings in the bonus here, so we will walk to the other end for free throws. Every whistle on those hometown Spartans. 24-14, those Spartans a 10-point lead. And both Coach Mitchell and Coach Wager brought up the first time that these two played that one of the keys to James Valley Christian hanging around the whole game was free throw shooting. And not only did they get to the line with moves like you saw Wallman do earlier, force the contact and then make the shot, but also by giving up some fouls, getting into the bonus. Brandon Flowers inside to Colby off the window. Colby Flowers with his third. And the Vikings going to turn it over, and those are the mistakes that the Vikings are not going to be able to afford to make, especially here on the road in Wessington Springs. Spartans, that 10-point lead, and the basketball. Brandenburg, runner by Colby Flowers falls in. He's got 8. And the lead now a dozen. Wallman from the left corner will drive, and did he draw the offensive foul? He did. And actually the lead is 13 because that says 15. I didn't see which Wessington Springs player got the charge call, but that was the play. 28-15. 13 the lead for Wessington Springs, plus the ball. Here's Luke Larson. Larson leaves it up top. Molnar. Molnar fakes the handoff, drives, finds the low block. Shut down by the double team, gives it off to Brandon Flowers. Can't hit the first time. Let's try it again. Misses a second. And now Wallman with the rebound. Wallman ahead to Noah Fast. Fast across midcourt, finds Seal, who drives baseline and is tripped up by the Spartans. And I think that's the third on Grady Grant. And it is. So Grant just having one of those games. Every ball player's at him where you just feel like you can't get out of anybody's way. Huntley Steele. Step into the free throw line. He's got a field goal to his credit. Hasn't shot a free throw. First throw is good. So James Valley Christian, 4 out of 6 in this quarter. 5 out of 8 in the game. First good for Steele. He'll step up for a second on the way, and that one is good. So Steele cans both. He's got 4 points, and the lead is 11, 28-17 Washington Springs. Larson dribbles to the top of the key. Right wing for Mahalik. Mahalik off to Ponsalo. Ponsalo free throw line jumper. Window, no good. Waldner tips the rebound a couple of times. Problem is he was surrounded by taller players. Brandon Flowers will take it away, and he is fouled on the way up, and now he's shooting free throws. Now Huntley Steele feeling like he's that guy that can't get out of anybody's way. Oh, I guess they called it on Waldner. That'll be Waldner's first, so Steele only has the one, and Steele was pleading his case, and it wasn't even on him. He's going to have to save the argument for later. Brandon Flowers good on the first free throw. Spartans 1 out of 2 in this quarter, 3 out of 8 in the game. Second free throw airborne, no good. Rebound Huntley Steele. 29-17 Washington Springs, 2:25 to play first half. Gavin Waldner across the timeline, backs it away, drives again, leaves it to a cutting Wallman. Wallman reaches up and scoops it in, plus the foul. So Wallman going to go to the free throw line. Jared with 9 here in the quarter, 10 in the game. Wallman's free throw halfway down the can, popped out and rolled back in. So Wallman, first player with double digits, and has it back to single digits for Washington Springs. 29-20, Spartans by 9. Mahalik, left side. Pass it out to Ponsalo. Ponsalo, right wing Larson. Parker Graff ready to check back in, and Washington Springs fans got to like to see that. Here's Mahalik all the way to the basket. Nice drive by Ryder Mahalik. Mahalik with 9 and a whistle on the inbounds. And I think we're going to get a foul on Ponsalo, and that's going to mean free throws. Because, again, James Valley Christian is well into the bonus. Not only is that's Ponsalo's second. So Noah Fast, a couple of free throws. He'll knock down the first. Washington Springs wholesale changes. Parker Graff back on. They not only taped the knee, but they put the sleeve on it as well. So it'll be Molnar, Flowers, that's Colby, Mebius, Graff, and Mahalik as the second free throw is in for Noah Fast. So Fast will again make it single digits, 31-22. The Spartans on top. Here's Parker Graff back in across the timeline. Guarded by, well, the other kid that went down earlier with an injury, Gavin Waldner. Both, again, great to see him back on the court. Step back, top of the key. Molnar not going to take it. Leaves it for Mahalik. Ryder, nice drive. Can he finish it? He does. Nice scoop there by Mahalik. And Ryder's starting to feel it. He's got 11. Washington Springs back up by 11. Waldner backs away, drives all the way to the rack, and coming in for the block was Flowers, and I think Colby just picked up his second. A minute 18 left here in the first half. It is Colby's second. That'll be, I don't even know how many on Washington Springs, a whole bunch. Let's just say a whole bunch. Gavin Waldner good on the first free throw. James Valley's quarter here. Waldner is 1 of 3. Steele is 2 of 2. Wallman is 4 of 5. Fast is 2 of 2. They've shot a lot of free throws. Here's a 3, top of the key, no good for Molnar. Rebounded by Mahalik. Well, he puts it back, but it crawls out. Oh, and then he gets his own rebound, puts it in, and a foul. So not only does he grab the rebound, gets the basket, and a chance at an extra. Ryder Mahalik with an 8-point quarter. 13 in the game. Chance to tack on another, and does. Mahalik's second old-fashioned three-pointer, while attempted. He missed the free throw last time. Inside of a minute left in the first half. Ball knocked away. Mahalik to steal. Mahalik inside Graff. Quick 2. Parker Graff his first points. Washington Springs up 15 as we close in on the half. Here's Waldner. Double-teamed. Cross-court for Steele. Huntley the drive, all the way to the basket. Left hand off the window falls in. Huntley steals second field goal. He's got 6. 13 points the lead for the Spartans. Across midcourt is Mahalik. 30 seconds to play first half. Off to Graff, now Molnar. Molnar handoff Mahalik. Mahalik just right at the top. Final seconds of the opening half. 15 on the shot clock, about 16 on the game clock. Not a lot of difference here. Graff right wing Mahalik off to Flowers, and backdoor cut. Mahalik with the reverse lay-in. Mahalik with an 11-point quarter, 16 in the game. Waldner quickly to the other end. Flowers a big block, and that's how the first half will end. Wessington Springs with a flurry go to the halftime locker rooms with a 40-25 lead. We're back for a halftime show after a 2-minute timeout. 2 minutes on Dakota Sports, 1210 KOKK. Oh, you know what?
Whip Custom Farming can help with all of your crop production needs, from planting to spraying to harvesting to trucking. With over 50 years of experience, Whip Custom Farming is prepared to meet the individual producer's needs, from the entire annual operation to individual per contract jobs. Whip Custom Farming is available to do the complete job or work alongside you and your existing equipment. Find us online or call Trent at 605-350-2867. With Custom Farming, looking forward to growing with you.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake, a treats a pizza, or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool treats.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron. You change thousands of diapers, put up hundreds of trucks, played hours of peekaboo and duck duck food, because you do anything for your kids. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you protect your family, no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rocking Z Acres of Wessington provides USDA certified organic, SCI regenerative certified, and conventional crop production, balancing biology with fertility. They offer a full line of organic and conventional products for plant nutrition, plant health, and soil biology to help local producers, including amino protein products to stimulate biology and plant hormones, amino-chelated micronutrients, compost extracts derived from local sources, and kelp products. Rocking Z Acres is proud to support Huron and area high school sports.
In sports broadcasting. It's halftime.
It is halftime, and welcome back to Wessington Springs, the Region 2B here. And it's the second round, technically, here as James Valley Christian and Deubrook had to play-in games to get here. James Valley Christian a winner over Old Hammer Mona Rutland. You know, another team that had to play a play-in game to get here was Iroquois Lake Preston. They did not get here with their win. They got to Castlewood, and that's where they're playing tonight. And, of course, we'll pass those scores along on the Mirror Family Hair Care scoreboard. Well, this one had hovered around 9, 10, 11 points for quite a while. Wessington Springs a flurry right before the break to make it 15. But, again, James Valley Christian putting up points. They can put them up in bunches, and they just find a way, keep sneaking it out. It's 15, it's 13, it's back to 9, it's back to 8, and then Wessington Springs, of course, a little more depth for the Wessington Springs Spartans, and good to see, as I mentioned in the first half, good to see both of the teams had an early injury. Both of those players have got back on the floor. Always great to see the kids get back in after something like that. Waldner went down after he stepped on somebody's foot there, turned his ankle. Parker Graff on a drive to the basket ended up underneath the basket there and hurt the knee somehow. They got that taped and sleeved, and both players back on the floor. So Gavin Waldner and Parker Graff both back out for their respective teams. That has led us to a first half of 40-25. Wessington Springs on top here at home. Our late game will be Deubrook and Wolsey Wessington. We'll talk about the other side of the bracket in Castlewood here after another timeout. We'll get you scores courtesy of the Mirror Family Hair Care. We'll get all the stats from the first half of this one, and we'll be ready for a second half of basketball here in Wessington Springs. Spartans lead by 15 at the break, 40-25. 2 minutes and more halftime show. 2 minutes on KOKK.
Are you looking for an easier way to get supplement to your calves? Check out liquid supplements available from Dakota Land Feed. They have a variety of options available to meet specific needs of your cattle and your operation. All their liquid supplements are made to order when you need them. Liquid supplements are easy to handle and have improved mixability compared to dry feed. Dakota Land Feeds is your only local feed dealer to manufacture liquid supplement right here in South Dakota. Dakota Land Feeds, your local feed source. Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Hofer and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Feinsaucer with Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Washington Springs Region 2B action. First of a doubleheader tonight. Remember, Deubrook and Woolsey-Wessington, the late game. Deubrook comes in at 9-11. Woolsey-Wessington 16-4. First, though, we got to get this one in the books. James Valley Christian, Al Wager and the boys come in at 13-8, coming off a win over Oldham Ramona Rutland on Monday night, 76-64. 4 of the 5 starters have scored for the Vikings. Noah Fast has some bench points. He's 2-2 from the line for 2 points. The James Valley Christian Vikings had 25 points in the first half. They scored 19 of those in the second quarter. 9 of those came from the free throw line. 10 of their 25 points are from the stripe. They're 10-14 from the line. Scored 6 in the first, 19 in the second. 25 total points, 10-14 from the line. The sole three-pointer so far, Javen Van Scherrel, his 3 at halftime. Gavin Walder has an old-fashioned 3 for his points. So he's 1 of 3 from the line. Huntley Steele with 6 points. He's 2 of 2 from the line. 11 for Jared Wallman. Wallman had a 10-point second quarter, had 10 of their 19. Wallman is 5 of 7 from the line and still hasn't hit a 3. The Vikings with 25 first-half points, 10 of 14 from the line, led by Jared Wallman with 11. For Washington Springs, 6 off the bench. Sam Ponsolo 3, Brandon Flowers 3. Both are 1 of 2 from the line. 4 of his 5 starters scored. 2 for Parker Graff. 8 apiece for Carter Mabius and Colby Flowers. Flowers doing the dirty work down under. 0 of 2 from the line. Carter Mabius from the outside, knocking down a couple of threes. Ryder Mahalik, though, off the charts, leading to all scorers with 16 points. Mahalik 6 in the first, 10 in the second. He's 2 of 4 from the line and was everywhere in that second quarter and seemed to kind of pick it up a little bit when Graff went out, and now Parker's back. So look out. The Spartans might be rolling. 14 in the first, 26 points in the second quarter. They score 40 in the half. They go 4 of 10 from the line, led by Ryder Mahalik with 16. A 30-second timeout will get your scoreboard rolling, and we're about 90 seconds from the second half, but we'll take 30 seconds and come back with a scoreboard on KOKK.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Dakota Sports.
So as I mentioned a few times tonight, the other half of this bracket taking place in Castlewood. Castlewood putting it on Iroquois Lake Preston, 43-11 at the half there in Castlewood. The other game over there, let's see. I know Wolsey Wessington Deubrook is our late game. And you know what? The other game in Castlewood doesn't even have an of mention here, so it's not either team that we cover. Arlington is in that, right? So maybe we'll get a look at that. Oh, it's Esteline Hendrickson de Smet. That's who it is. So it's the other half of this bracket. The Tiger girls are at Rapid City. They won't tip off until 8 o'clock Central. So we'll have a score from that one. It'll just be a little bit later on as Aberdeen Christian is hosting Hitchcock Tulare tonight. That's a 7 o'clock game. Also a reschedule from the weather. So that's your scoreboard. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. The Mirror, 35 4th Street Southeast. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror Family Hair Care there. All your hair care needs. A plethora of services for your entire family. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror, downtown Huron. We'll talk more about the Mirror a little bit later on as the second half underway. Vikings with the possession arrow down 15. Try to get something going early. It'll be Steele on the drive, and he'll get a couple of early free throws. And a foul on Kobe Flowers, I think, would be his third, although yep, it is. I was going to say, I think maybe I wrote one down earlier, and then it was charged to somebody else, but I was mistaken. Free throw from Steele is good. So James Valley Christian starts the second half quickly with points. Steele good on the first, puts him at 7. Second is on the way. That is good. Steele is 4 of 4 from the free throw line. The Vikings as a team are 12 of 16. And the Spartans lead is 40-27. Second half just underway here in Wessington Springs. Ryder Mahalik just right at the top of the key. Leave it off for Mebius, left side of the free throw line. Cross court back to Flowers. Flowers hits a cutting Molnar. Molnar blocked by Wallman. Picked up here by Van Scherel. Van Scherel ahead to Wallner. Wallner on the right wing. Here comes Molnar on the double. He'll back away now, and Waldner to the top of the key. Waldner trying to feed Wallman. Ryder Mahalik to steal. Mahalik double-teamed up court, and I think they're going to get Gavin Waldner for attempting the cheap suit defense as he moved up the floor. Waldner will pick up his first. First of the half on the Vikings. Wes Molnar will inbound here. And we'll bring it into Parker Graff. Graff looks for the play, directs a little traffic underway. Here's Mebius on the wing. Inside for Molnar. Molnar a pass to Flowers. Flowers lost it, picked up by Tane Herman. Here come the Vikings. Herman all the way to the basket, scoops it up, and it rolls off the rim. Mebius there to collect the rebound. Mebius back across midcourt, leaves it for Graff. Graff for a deep three. That one's good, and Parker Graff with his second field goal. Put him at 16. 43-27, Graff a steal. To the other end, and he'll lay it up and in. So Graff, a 5-0 run of his own to start the second half, and the lead swells to 45-27. Al Wager wants a timeout to talk things over. We're back in a minute, 60 seconds on KOKK.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey Business Association includes Santel, Egg Bakery, Wolsey Wessington School, the City of Wolsey, Cane Creek Outfitters, Buzzin' Coffee, H&S Heating and Cooling, Dakota Environmental Engineering. Best of luck, Warbirds, from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
Welcome back to Wessington Springs, 45-27. Spartans' biggest lead of the night, 18 points with 6:29 to play here in the third. Vikings started off the right way, got a couple of quick points, but then Parker Graff with a 5-0 run of his own. They get it inside to Wallman, and Wallman will shoot free throws on, I think, another Flowers foul. Nope, that's a Wes Molnar. Wes's first. Flowers, of course, needing to avoid that one. That would have been 4 on him. Free throw for Jared Wallman is no good. Vikings 2 of 3 here in the third. They went 9 of 12 in the second, 1 of 2 in the first. 12 of 17 in the game. Make it 12 of 18 as the second is no good. Wallman misses them both. Pass ahead for Graff. Graff around to Mebius. Mebius high post Flowers. Back up top. Mahalik for 3. No good. Rebound Jared Wallman. Wallman over to Waldner. Waldner across midcourt. 6 minutes left in the third. Wallman the drive. Shut down inside by Graff. Kicks it back up to Steele. Van Scherel left wing. Knocked away by Molnar, but Javen finds the handle to Huntley. Steele right wing for Tane Herman. Herman on the dribble. Backs away. Finds Van Scherel left wing for 3. That one's no good. Graff there for the rebound. Parker off and running across the timeline, and a alley-oop from Molnar to Mahalik is in. Ryder Mahalik has 18. Nifty look there. Parker Graff almost went a row deep in the stands, and instead Herman is going to get his first basket. So now all 5 Viking starters have scored, as again Parker going after a ball there and couldn't really stop the momentum much as Graff tries for 3. No good. Steal the rebound ahead to Wallner. Wallner steps through all the way to the basket and lays it in. Wallner reaches in to tie up Mebius. They'll call the jump ball. And Wessington Springs going to go 5 in, 5 out. Ponsolo, Luke Larson, Brandon Flowers, Grady Grand, Gavin Brandenburg all in. Pass inside, knock back outside. Brandon Flowers with it. Now Larson out near the timeline with 10 on the shot clock. Pass inside is tipped, stolen by Huntley Steele. Steele has it go off his foot, but Noah Fast there to collect it. Fast cross court to Wallman. Jared the spin into the lane, off the window. That one is good. Jared Wallman looking very Jared Wallman tonight. 13 so far. Talked about him with Coach Wager in the pregame show, and been fun to watch all these years. Wallner, Gavin all the way to the basket. Off the window, too strong. Brandon Flowers there for the rebound. Over to Luke Larson. 47-33, Wessington Springs on top. Midway point of the third. Grand trapped in the corner, finds Ponsolo. His pass is tipped, but Brandon Flowers will collect it in front of the scorer's table. Pass over to Ponsolo. Right wing Larson. Cross court Brandenburg back to Ponsolo in the corner. Sam the drive. Brandenburg up top again. Larson on the right wing. 7 on the shot clock. Brandon Flowers. 4 on the shot clock. Brandenburg going to have to fire the 3. No good. Jared Wallman to collect the rebound. Wallman, Waldner, Wallman right side. Dishes it in the corner. Van Scherel for 3. Short. Rebound Luke Larson. Luke back across the timeline, running inside of a double team. Here's Ponsolo. Sam, nice drive. High off the window. It's too strong. Brandon Flowers there for the rebound. Lost it and picks it up. Back outside for Larson, and they'll reset. New shot clock as well. Grand back to Larson. Fakes on the 3, drives all the way to the basket, scoops it up and in. Luke Larson will be the 7th Spartan in the scoring column. Lead is 16, 49-33 Wessington Springs, 2:50 left in the third. Deubrook and Wolsey Wessington are late game. Winners will hook up tomorrow night in Madison, and here's a Van Scherel 2 as Javen finds his way inside for his second field goal. Brandenburg, Larson, cross-court Ponsolo almost had it go over his head, but Sam able to haul it in. Brandenburg trapped in the corner, finds Ponsolo again. Brandon Flowers just inside the free throw line. 15 on the shot clock. Ponsolo on the right wing. Inside, Brandon Flowers blocked by Wallman. Picked up by Waldner. Waldner the other way. Going all the way to the basket. Scoop over for Fast. Fast the fadeaway. Came up short. Grand the rebound. Tied up with Steele. And a jump ball is called. .203 to play here in the third. 49-35. 14 the lead for the Spartans as Grand checks out in favor of, I think, let's see here, Ronick Fierstead. There's the drive by Wallman. Tane Herman around the horn in the corner to Van Scherel. Javen the drive, splits a double team, gets a whistle, and he'll go to the free throw line. Foul here on Luke Larson, his first. Minute 52 left here in the third quarter. Van Scherel's first free throw is no good. Vikings 2 out of 5 here in the quarter. 12 out of 19 in the game. Van Scherel's second is good, so he's got 6 points. 49-36, Spartan lead at 13. Brandenburg, Ponsolo, right corner, Fierstead. Back to Ponsolo, high post Flowers, outside Brandenburg for 3. Off the window, no good. Brandon Flowers, offensive board, outside to Fierstead. Ronick from 12 feet, that one's good. Crowd's loving it. Fierstead with his first basket. Van Scherel, the other end of 3. That's good. Viking fans a reason to cheer late in this one. Van Scherel's got 9. And the lead is 12 for the Spartans. Brandenburg out to Flowers. Flowers for Larson. Back to Ponsolo, right wing. Sam almost lost it. Did he lose it off Van Scherel? He did. So Van Scherel knocks it out of bounds, and Wessington Springs will inbound. Ponsolo, right corner. Drives and kind of ran into the defender there, Colby Vanderwerf, and just kind of went down. And, well, that's a travel on the old, anytime you go down to your rear end. I guess he technically, I think, fell out of bounds, but either way, it would have been a travel. Fast across the timeline. Noah top of the key, thinking about it. He'll take it. Oh, thought too long. Shot no good. Offensive rebound, though. Wallman tied up by Flowers. And the jump ball will go to Wessington Springs. Spartans lead by 12. 46 seconds left here in the third. Ponsolo across the timeline. Larson back to Ponsolo up top. Well, this team at different times throughout the year has played without Larson, has played without Mahalik, has played without Graff. Here's Fierstead, a fader from 12, no good. Wallman the rebound. Wallman got tied up there by Ronick Fierstead for just a second, and they're going to get a whistle. And I think it's on the Spartans. I think it's on Fierstead. Nope, it's on Brandon Flowers, and that'll be his second. Well, maybe not. Now they took it off the board. Probably not going to matter, grand scheme. Fierstead picks up another. He is informing them that he does not agree with that call. So it is his first, so Flowers did collect the last one. Free throws here for Noah Fast first. Front iron, crawls up, not going to go. Fast 2 points from the line, 2 of 3 from the free throw line this evening. Noah ready for another. Second is airborne and good. So again, the Vikings have shot a lot of free throws tonight. That's 22. Well, I think they've made 14 of them. Flowers from the corner, final seconds of the third. Now drives baseline, off the window. He's too strong, got his own rebound. Nothing on the putback, and that's it for 3 quarters. After 3, the Spartan lead is 11, 51-40. We're back in a minute with the fourth quarter. 1 minute on KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wessington Springs. James Valley Christian, the 7th seed in Region 2B. Number 2, Wessington Springs hosting here. Remember, we got another game coming up, too. Deubrook and Woolsey Wessington will play the late game. The other part of this 2B is being played in Castlewood. Castlewood was beating Lake Preston 43-11 at the half. We'll get a final score on that after this. The late game over there is Esteline Hendricks and DeSmet. Here's a Wallman shot inside off the backboard, and Flowers will come away with the loose ball. Right wing Poncelow. Back up top, Mahalik over to Parker Graff as the starter's back in, but I'm assuming it won't be for very long, as that's been the game plan tonight. And of course, your possible opponent will watch this game, so you don't want to show too much. And they've been able to kind of safely do that tonight. And they got a lot of kids that can hoop too. It's a very deep team. Here's a 3 from Mebius, no good, rebounded by Waldner. Waldner ahead to Herman, and Herman stuck underneath, scoops it back out to Waldner. Now Van Scherel, left wing, 3 ball, no good. Rebound Mebius, scoops it ahead to Flowers, running a 2-on, well, now 2, gets a alley-oop back from Poncelow, and Colby Flowers will put it down. Flowers in double digits with 10, and the lead is 13, 53-40. Waldner off to Herman, to Van Scherel. Van Scherel on the dribble, the handoff back to Jared Wallman. Wallman for Waldner. Waldner the drive, spin move, shot off the heel, no good. Mahalik the rebound. Pass ahead to Mebius. Carter across the timeline. Mebius going to drive all the way to the rack and off the window. He will drop it in. Another Wessington Springs player in double digits. He'll be the third, as Mahalik has 18. Waldner backs away, drives, and a whistle will get Gavin Waldner back to the free throw line. Foul is on Ryder Mahalik. His second, first of the fourth quarter. Waldner to the line, first will rattle in. Vikings 15 of 23 from the line tonight. Second free throw for Waldner is no good. 6 points on the night for Gavin Waldner. 56-41, or 55-41. Wessington Springs leads. Here's a Flowers miss, rebounded by Wallman. Wallman across midcourt to Waldner. Waldner right corner for Herman. Herman off to Van Scherel. Van Scherel right wing. Thought about a 3, doesn't want it. Tipped up top of the key. Poncelow the steal. Nope, Molnar. West to the other end. Scoops it up and in. So Wesley Molnar with 2 points. He will be the 9th Wessington Springs Spartan to score. And because of a couple of injuries, James Valley Christian, well, they brought 9 kids tonight. They do have a couple in street clothes that would have played, but I think we had a broken tibia and I want to say a broken knee. Al got hit hard by the injury bug here late in the year, as did the Wessington Springs Spartans more early in the year and kind of throughout the year. An ongoing plague or problem, as Joey put it in the pregame show. Van Scherel is going to come out of the game here as Noah Fast is back on. 57-41. Wessington Springs. Spartans a comfortable lead with 5:15 to play. Mebius top of the key, Flowers back to Mebius. Mebius sees a lane, he'll drive. Lost it on the way up. Noah Fast had a hand on it and couldn't control it. It's out of bounds off the Vikings. Parker Graff will inbound with 5:06 to play. And again, that lead starting to swell. It's at 16. Here's the inbounds, and Mahalik can't hit the bunny. Got his own rebound, tries it again. It won't go. Flowers, the offensive rebound number 2, and a foul here on James Valley Christian. It'll be Jared Wallman's third. I think he's the only Viking in, I guess, what you would say maybe is foul trouble. Here's an alley-oop to Mebius on the inbounds, and he will knock it down. So he's got a dozen. 3 Spartans in double figures, and Wessington Springs again rolling. 59-41 with 4:45 to play. Here's Tain Herman, right side of the free throw line. Nice looking jumper. He's got 4 points. And Wager wants a timeout with 4:43 left. 59-43 Wessington Springs. We'll take a timeout. We're back in a minute. 60 seconds on KOKK.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
The Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of the Wolsey Wessington School. The Onward Wolsey Business Association includes 281 Travel Center and Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Bank and Trust, Schumacher Repair, McGilvery Heating and Cooling LLC, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, First Stop Insurance, and Engerbrettson's Just One More. Best of luck to the Warbirds from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Castlewood with 5 minutes to play at their place. Castlewood leading Iroquois Lake Preston 67-21. Wolsey Wessington and Deubrook, the second game here tonight in Wessington Springs. The second game over there will be Esteline Hendricks and DeSmet. And here's a ball knocked away and a steal by Tain Herman. Herman back across midcourt for James Valley Christian. Graff almost took it right back. Ball's, though, out of bounds off Parker Graff. And Wessington Springs will set up for defense with 4:27 to play in the ball game. 59-43 Spartans. Top 2 seeds host. Castlewood the top seed. Wessington Springs number 2. Wolsey Wessington the 3. DeSmet is the 4. They're playing over in Castlewood later tonight. James Valley Christian, a 7 seed. They got in on a play-in game, beat Oldham Ramona Rutland by a dozen. Boy, did they run up the score in that game. I think 76-64 was the opening round game between James Valley Christian and Oldham Ramona Rutland. And this is a Vikings team that can score some points. You heard it from Coach Mitchell. We've heard it from Al Wager. Of course, we talked to him all year. Noah Fast for 3, no good. Wallman tips the offensive rebound and will collect it in the corner. Drives back to the basket around 1, into another shot off the rim. Rebound Brandon Flowers. Wallman just couldn't get it to drop after some nice moves to get there. Graff ahead to Ponsalo. Ponsalo, nice dish inside to Brandon Flowers, but Brandon, I don't even think he thought he could get it there. Brandon feeds Luke Larson, who gets the reverse layup. So Luke Larson with 4 points. Spartans back up 18. Huntley Steele on the baseline, drives around 1 and is fouled on his way up. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Huntley Steele with quiet 8 points tonight. He's perfect from the line, 4 out of 4. And Steele, a player that Joey Mitchell felt like Wessington Springs defensively was really going to have to hold down and keep an eye on. And, well, they've done a pretty good job tonight. First free throw for Steele is good. He stays perfect from the free throw line. The Vikings are 2 out of 3 in the quarter. 16 of 25 in this game. Wessington Springs some changes. Parker Graff will come out for Brandenburg. Probably won't see him again. Second free throw for Steele is good. Huntley's got 10. Second Viking in double figures. Van Cheryl's awful close. He's got 9. Also 3 Spartans in double figures here tonight. Pass inside, tipped up, and Brandon Flowers comes down with it anyway. Flowers trying to hit a cutting Mebius, picked off by Van Cheryl. Van Cheryl to the other end, lost it on his way up, finds the handle, tips it out to Wallman, who finds Noah Fast. Fast inside, Steele with the reverse layup. Hundley Steele, a good job there of just knowing where he was on the floor and where he would have to flip it up to get it in, and he does. 61-47. The lead at 14, although the lead has fluctuated a little bit. Once Washington Springs got it to double figures, this was pretty much curtains. But Washington Springs, again, a lot of substitutions. They played a dozen kids tonight. They've had 9 score. Here's a shot, no good. Rebound the other end. Tane Herman for 3. That one is good. Tane Herman with 7. And the lead for Washington Springs is 11, 61-50. As I mentioned before, you don't want to give up too much here tonight, especially as your opponent, I think, have done a pretty good job of keeping some things under wrap, and you just keep sending kids out there. Again, they've played 12 players here tonight. Here's a miss by Huntley Steele, rebounded by Luke Larson. Also nice to see for Washington Springs to get back to that lineup with Graff able to play back. Of course, we saw him back at the 281. Part of that big comeback, and boy, that's a pretty good chance we'll be talking about that matchup at some point soon. Minute 58 left in this one. 61-50 the difference, but again, it just kind of feels like once Washington Springs got this to double digits, that they've just kind of maintained that. There was one point it was down to 9, and of course right now it's 11, but again, Spartans have just been able to control. Here's Fierstead back in, Brandenburg back in. Maybe it's nice dish inside for Brandon Flowers. How about a basket and one for Brandon Flowers? That was Ponsolo, by the way, on the ditch. Got to give him credit on the dime. That was a beauty. Brandon Flowers will pick up another field goal and another chance from the free throw line. Flowers with 5 points. He's 1 of 2 from the line. 63-50 the Washington Springs lead. Maybe it's going to check out for the last time. .94 seconds left here in Washington Springs. Deubrook and Woolsey Washington ready to get it going as Brandon Flowers is no good on the free throw. Woolsey Washington's team in the corner. Deubrook just kind of starting to filter in on the other end. Here's a pass inside to Wallman. Wallman's going to get an and one. And a chance to get it back to 10 points with 1:19 to play. The foul is on Brandon Flowers. That'll be 4 on the young Flowers. Free throw from Wallman is good. Jared with 16 points tonight. And it's a 10-point game. Mitchell wants a timeout, or well, somebody wants a timeout. Minute 18 to play, 63-53. Spartans by 10 here in Washington Springs. We're back in 30 seconds on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Fiona Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
That's right, and welcome back to Washington Springs, Region 2B action. Second round here. Springs had a bye in the opening round. They were the 2 seed. Woolsey Washington also a bye at the 3 seed. James Valley Christian, though, played on Monday. They took on Old Hammer Mona Rutland. 76-64 the final in that one, as Grant is now fouled, and that's 4 team fouls on the Vikings, so not quite to the bonus yet. Changes again as Flowers comes out for Brandenburg. So Brandenburg, Ponsolo, Fierstead, Grady Gran, And, Brandon Flowers will stay in. I guess he'll inbound. Fierstead back to Ponsalo. Ponsalo the scoop back to Fierstead, but first a Gavin Waldner foul. Waldner's second, and that will put Wessington Springs in the bonus. Just inside of a minute to play and a 10-point Spartan lead. Sam Ponsalo, make it 3 points on the night. Free throw first is off the heel, no good. So Wolsey Wessington, Deubrook, the late game here. Esteline Hendricks will take on DeSmet. The late game in Castlewood. Ponsalo no good on both free throws. Offensive rebound, near offensive rebound, tipped out, and Fast will have it the other way. Fast all the way to the basket. He's fouled. I think they try to decide quickly if it's a shooting foul or not, and I think it will be. So Gavin Brandenburg with his second. As Wessington Springs will now check in Richard Cardona. Inbounds for Waldner. Van Scherel for three. No good, but Huntley steal the offensive board. Huntley drives. Couple of free throws coming for Huntley steal. Huntley is perfect from the line tonight. He's 6 out of 6. A dozen points tonight for Huntley steal. The foul on Richard Cardona will be his first. And Steele to the free throw line. Huntley scored in every quarter. And again, he has not missed a free throw. He'll continue that as he knocks down the first. Cole Anderson, Colby Vanderwerf both on. Well, one of them's on. Van Scherel's going to check out. One of them must be coming in for Huntley Steele as they'll hold one at the scorer's table. Huntley ready with his second free throw. Front iron and no good, but he'll make up for it by getting his own rebound. Gavin Waldner, 3-ball. Air mills it out of bounds, and Wessington Springs will inbound to what I'm sure will be an immediate foul because it's a 9-point game now. So James Valley here into the bonus, so they will foul immediately and will try to get a 2-for-1, and they didn't call the first foul. They'll let him have the second one. Jared Wallman picks up his fourth. Whereas for Wessington Springs, just got to burn enough clock. And a 9-point lead with one shot clock is pretty close to calling it. Free throw from Flowers is no good. Changes here for James Valley. Will be Huntley Steele, Jared Wallman, Javen Van Scherel, Noah Fast, and Tane Herman. And of course for James Valley Christian, they will bid farewell to Wallman and Herman. But they will bring back a pretty talented club here. The second free throw for Cardona is good. It's a 10-point game. Van Scherel another three. No good. Brandenburg the rebound. And again, James Valley just trying to commit a foul, or I thought they would. Maybe not. Ronick Fierstead in the backcourt, and they're just going to get, I think they're going to get a 10-second call. Brandenburg, there it is. 10 seconds. We'll turn it back over to the Vikings with 17 seconds or just inside of that to play in a 10-point lead. Wessington Springs is going to pick up the win here tonight. They'll go to 19-2 with this victory, and we'll move on to Madison tomorrow night in a 5:30 slot against the winner of our late game, Deubrook and Wolsey Wessington. And, of course, that leaves the possibility that Wessington Springs could play Wolsey Wessington a third time this season. And, boy, the first two were epic. So we'll see what happens with Deubrook and Wolsey Wessington. Here's Noah Fast dropping one in. 5 on the night for Fast. Brandenburg across midcourt. They'll dribble it out. Your final score will be Wessington Springs 64, James Valley Christian 56. The Vikings will see their season come to a close with a record of 13 wins and 9 losses. They will graduate Tane Herman and Jared Wallman and will bring back a pretty talented ball club that's going to be able to score some serious points. And as Joey said in the pregame show, James Valley Christian, this boys team, is a team to watch here over the next few years. This season, however, they will see come to a close here in Wessington Springs. The final score, 64-56, Wessington Springs. We're back after a timeout of 2 minutes with a Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report. A 2-minute timeout on KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner, and of course Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Gary Zell Auto Glass is a proud supporter of area high school sports and sponsor of the post-game show. Gary and Michael Zell offer mobile glass replacement of windshield, door glass, cars and trucks, even tractor cabs on site. Gary Zell Auto Glass does chip repairs and they process all insurance paperwork. Call 352-0836 or toll free 1-888-852-0355. Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. It's time for the post-game report on 1210 KOKK. Brought to you by Gary Zell Auto Glass in Huron. Once again, here's Matt Watson.
Well, thank you, sir. Matt Watson live here tonight from Wessington Springs. Spartans hosting. They are the 2 seed. Castlewood, the 1 seed. They host the other part of this. And in Castlewood, as we start off our Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report with the scoreboard brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. Downtown here on Wessington Springs beats James Valley Christian here 64-56. Castlewood advances, defeats Iroquois Lake Preston at their place 71-23. Aberdeen Christian leading Hitchcock Tulare at the start of the second 16-6. Wolsey Wessington and Deubrook will be our late game. Stay tuned for that one. And the other one there in Castlewood is Esteline Hendricks and DeSmet, and they will get going here shortly. Rapid City Stevens is leading the Huron girls 16-8. That is a game that is live over on Tiger Radio on 1340 AM and 95.3 FM, KIJV. Again, Rapid City Stevens 16, Huron 8. And that's how we start off our Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report is a scoreboard. And the scoreboard update's brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror offering a plethora of services for the entire family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatment, sugaring, eyelash extension, shampoo sets. Stop in or call 605-883-HAIR. That's 605-883-HAIR for an appointment with Lori, or for an appointment with Kylie, you can call or text 605-553-1628. The Mirror also accept walk-ins at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. The Mirror Family Hair Care, and they bring us in-game scoreboard updates. And back to our scoreboard here in Wessington Springs. James Valley Christian comes to town with a mark of 13-8 and sees their season come to a close. As I mentioned before the break, they will graduate Tane Herman and Jared Wallman, and Wallman will lead them in scoring tonight and has a lot of the games over his career. Jared Wallman has been a pretty special ball player, fun to watch all these years, and for that matter, Tane Herman too, as James Valley Christian will graduate those two, but will bring back kind of a sharp-shooting, pretty good ball club here. And as Joey Mitchell heaping some praise on the Vikings in the pregame show said, keep an eye on this team. over the next few years. Tonight, though, 64-56, Mitchell Spartans are victorious. Back to the studios for a minute. We'll come back and break down the individual matchup here tonight, or the individual numbers, and get you ready for our second game back in 60 seconds. The one in the books, Washington Springs 64, James Valley Christian 56. Back in a minute with more Gary Zell Auto Glass post-game report on KOKK.
At Olympic Chevrolet in Huron, count on an experienced staff. Count on a knowledgeable staff. At Olympic Chevrolet, count on a helpful and friendly staff. So whether you're in the market for a brand new vehicle or used dependable vehicle, count on the staff at Olympic Chevrolet to help you get the vehicle that best fits your needs. Olympic Chevrolet, call them at 605-352-6411. See them at 500 4th Street Northeast in Huron, or go online at olympicgmc.com. Drive off the lot today with the vehicle that you've been dreaming about from Olympic Chevrolet.
With Custom Farming can help with all of your crop production needs, from planting to spraying to harvesting to trucking. With over 50 years of experience, With Custom Farming is prepared to meet the individual producer's needs, from the entire annual operation to individual per contract jobs. With Custom Farming is available to do the complete job or work alongside you and your existing equipment. Find us online or call Trent at 605-350-2867. With Custom Farming, looking forward to growing with you.
Dakota Sports, excellence in sports broadcasting.
And welcome back to Washington Springs. Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report number 1. Wolsey, Wessington, and Deubrook warming up here, about 10 minutes away from tip in that one. So Al Wager and his James Valley Christian Vikings will see their season close with 13 wins and 9 losses. They had 6 players score tonight. Noah Fast, 5 off the bench. He was 3 of 4 from the free throw line. All 5 starters scored for the Vikings. And like I said, this is a team that's going to be able to score some points. And Jared Wallman, of course, graduates, and Tane Herman as well. But still, they got some pretty talented ball players coming back. As again, Wallman leads them with 16. He was 6 of 10 from the line. Huntley Steele, 13 points tonight. He was 7 of 8 from the stripe. And Gavin Waldner with 6. Tane Herman with 7. Javen Van Scherel with 9. Van Scherel 1 of 2 from the line. Waldner 2 for 5. Steele was 7 of 8. 6 of 10 for Wallman. 3 of 4 for Fast. They were 19 of 29 from the free throw line tonight as they fall here to Washington Springs 64-56. Vikings score 6 in the first, 19 in the second, 15 in the third, 16 in the fourth, 56 in the game. They go 19 of 29 from the line. Jared Wallman 16, Huntley Steele 13 to lead the Vikings. For the Washington Springs Spartans, they had 10 players in the scoring column. They had more players in the scoring column than James Valley had in uniform tonight. Off the bench, Luke Larson, 4 points. Sam Poncelow, 3 points. Brandon Flowers, 5 points. 2 for Ronick Fierstead and 1 for Richard Cardona, a free throw. He was 1 of 2. Brandon Flowers, 1 of 5. Sam Poncelow, 1 of 3. The starters, 3 in double figures, and another pretty close. Wes Molnar had 2 points. 7 for Parker Graff. Graff knocked down a 3. 10 on the night for Colby Flowers. Flowers was 0 of 2 from the free throw line. Carter Mebius had a dozen. He hit a couple of threes in that big second quarter, and Ryder Mahalik leads him with 18 points. Mahalik 2 of 4 from the free throw line, and he scored 16 of those 18 in the first half. Washington Springs scored 14 in the first, 26 in the second, 11 in the third, 13 in the fourth, 64 in the game. They were 5 of 16 from the line, led by Ryder Mahalik with 18, Carter Mebius with 12, and Colby Flowers with 10. As Joey Mitchell's Washington Springs Spartans improve to 19-2 and set a date tomorrow night for a 5:30 tip-off at Dakota State University in Madison. Now we got to fill the other part of that bracket. It's Wolsey, Wessington, or Deubrook. We'll talk about them after a 2-minute timeout. Back in 2 minutes with the end of a Gary Zell Auto Glass postgame report and another pregame show. We got more ball to play. Dolphins are 9-11. Warbirds are 16-4. We'll talk more in 2 minutes. 2 minutes on KOKK.
I scream, you scream, we all scream for ice cream. Dairy Queen's ice cream, of course. Get your favorite cool treats at Dairy Queen of Huron. Get a chocolate dipped cone, a dilly bar, hot fudge sundae, or their famous DQ blizzards. And for parties, anniversaries, or any occasion, order a DQ cake, a treats, a pizza, or a DQ blizzard cake. Dairy Queen of Huron is open every day of the week. Drive up, carry out, or dine in. Dairy Queen of Huron. Hot eats and cool.
This is Matt Sibley with Brian J. Davidson Insurance Agency in Huron.
You changed thousands of diapers, cut off hundreds of crusts, played hours of peekaboo and duck-duck-goose. That's why it's so important to protect them with life insurance from State Farm. State Farm agent Brian Davidson will help make it easy and affordable to help you no matter what the future holds. Because for the people you do anything for, life insurance could mean everything. Call today, because like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Rocking Z Acres of Wessington provides USDA certified organic, SCI regenerative certified, and conventional crop production, balancing biology with fertility. They offer a full line of organic and conventional products for plant nutrition, plant health, and soil biology to help local producers, including amino protein products to stimulate biology and plant hormones, amino-chelated micronutrients, compost extracts derived from local sources, and kelp products. Rocking Z Acres is proud to support Huron and area high school sports.
Do you know what your cattle are eating? Are they growing like you expect? At Dakota Land Feeds, their experienced feed consultants can help you be sure your cattle are getting everything they need to perform and what will help you increase your bottom line. Let Dakota Land Feeds help formulate the right ration to fit the needs of your cattle, whether you have growing calves, feedlot cattle, yearlings, or beef cows. Dakota Land Feeds has feed consultants across the territory to help serve you. See your local Dakota Land Feeds dealer today.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
And welcome back to Wessington Springs as we are ready for the second match to play in the first half of that one. Aberdeen Christian 27. Oh, now it's a 10-point lead, 27-17. The other half of this bracket, as I've mentioned, is Esterline Hendricks and De Smet. And they are in Castlewood for that one. And I misspoke earlier. Esterline Hendricks, I think, is the 4 seed here in this tournament, as the 3 seed is Wolsey Wessington. Getting ready to take a look at them. Deubrook Dolphins come to town here tonight with a mark of 9-11. And let's see here if we can get some more information on the Deubrook area Dolphins as they come in again at 9-11 and didn't have to have the play-in game here. They did, however, beat Flandreau in their lost to Flandreau in their last outing. They kind of had a rough patch at the end of the year. Lost to a 10-10 Great Plains Lutheran team. Then had to play Castlewood, but only lost that game by 9 points. Beat Coleman Egan, beat Elkton Lake Benton, and then had a big chance against a Flandreau team to close out the season at 500, but lost to them 51-41. And it's been a hot minute. They have not played basketball since Monday, February the 24th, as Deubrook comes in again at 9-11. And while Wolsey Wessington didn't play this week, they haven't played either since last Friday. They picked up a win at Warner, 62-35. Wolsey Wessington closed out with 3 straight wins after losing the 4th matchup of or losing their 4th affair of the year to De Smet, another team here in Region 2B. Back to the studios for let's go for a minute. We'll have to probably take one more before tip-off, but we are just a couple of minutes away from tip-off. Wolsey Wessington and Deubrook ready to go in Wessington Springs. It's Region 2B boys basketball playoff action live on Dakota Sports. Back in a minute on KOKK.
Playing the game means bumps, bruises, and breaks happen. Lean on Huron Regional Medical Center Orthopedics and Sports Medicine. Orthopedic surgeons Dr. Kevin Over and Dr. Todd Anderson, along with the Pro Rehab Physical Therapy teams, are here to get you back in your game. Schedule an appointment at HuronRegional.org, because when it comes to your health, the right care is right here. Best of luck to our area athletes from Huron Regional Medical Center.
When is the right home truly the right home? This is Reg Kleinsasser with the Real Estate Connection. First, can you afford it? Beyond the purchase price, you need to consider utility costs, maintenance costs, and property taxes. All of these factors add to the actual cost of a new home. Does the home meet your needs? At the Real Estate Connection, we are dedicated to helping you find a home that meets your needs without breaking your budget. We're ready to help you find the right home today. Give us a call, 352-1300, or visit our website, realestatehuron.com.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wessington Springs. Well, kind of the nature of the beast in the playoffs. is the late teams, they don't have JV games here, so they don't have to show up until closer to tip-off. So they both did show up like right before the game got started, so I didn't get a chance to talk to either of them. Of course, Wolsey-Wessington, we've seen a bunch this year. Caleb and Moshe, I'm sure will start. Peyton Rainford, Lars Tweet, Isaiah Sabalier, Sawyer Nelson, kind of a we got 6 starters kind of situation. It looks right now like Sabalier is still has the warm-ups on, so maybe a Nelson start tonight, but that's been pretty much the lineup throughout the season. It was the other lineup I was interested to see. They'll start with Chance Schoenfeld. Another starter is Charlie Olson. Joshua Moberg is a starter. Number 15, Braxton Bednarik is a starter. And number 20, Isaac Gass is a starter. And I can only assume Jared Gass, the head coach of Deubrook, I can, again, only assume. So, again, the Deubrook Dolphins will start Chance Schoenfeld, Charlie Olson, Joshua Moberg, Braxton Bednarik, and Isaac Gass. They'll have off the bench Carter Schulte, Carson Engelstead, Alex Truian, Josh Mitchell, Connor Andrews, Ben Dombrowski, Carter Hawks, Aiden Knudsen, Caleb Ramlow, and Junior Rios. Big team tonight. The Deubrook Dolphins come to town, 9 wins, 11 losses. Jared Gass, their head coach. They'll wear the black unis with the gold numbers. And again, they have been announced and are on the floor. For Wolsey-Wessington, again, as I assume, Caleb Richmond will start. Moshe Richmond will start. Peyton Rainford will start. Lars Tweet has started all season long. I see him sitting ready to be announced. So, again, the only question mark is Sabalier and Nelson. And, again, I think it's a every other, maybe a back-and-forth kind of start thing. And I think I see Sabalier there waiting. So, they're going to start Colin Hughes. There you go. So, Colin Hughes, I was wrong on both accounts. Colin Hughes will be that 5th starter. Caleb Richmond, Moshe Richmond, Peyton Rainford, Lars Tweet, Colin Hughes. That's your lineup for Wolsey-Wessington. So they'll have Isaiah Sabalier, Sawyer Nelson, Clay Carey, Harley Roberts, Cooper Tim, Keaton Zomer, Jet Kleinsasser, Jesse McCown, all at their disposal here tonight. Wolsey-Wessington, the white unis, black numbers, gold outline. It'll be Moshe Richmond in the center circle. He'll tip it up against Chance Schoenfeld, a 6'7" junior. Schoenfeld will win the opening tip. Tipped back to Charlie Olson, and Olson, it appears, well, he'll give it up to Moberg, and Moberg, it looks like, will run the point. Right wing Bednarik. Pass inside is, I think, off the foot of Moshe. Either way, Caleb tried to save it and couldn't, so he touched it last. Deubrook will inbound with 7:45 to play, opening quarter just underway here in Wessington Springs. They'll bring it into the big fella Schoenfeld. He'll try a baseline move. Knocked out of bounds by the Warbirds. Shot clock at 23 as Deubrook gets the first look. They'll lob it in. Cutting to the basket is Gass. Knocked away. Tweet to steal. Tweet a pass ahead to Moshe. Moshe the finish. Layup is good. Warbirds 2-0. Backcourt Chance Schoenfeld. Pass over for Moberg. Moberg across midcourt. Again, it appears Moberg will run the point tonight for the Deubrook area Dolphins. Pass on the right wing, Isaac Gass. Gass cross court for Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld down in the left corner now for Charlie Olson. Right wing Bednarik. Pass inside off the window. Too strong for Charlie Olson. Rebound Lars Tweet. Tweet over to Rainford. Back to Tweet. Top of the key. Handoff Caleb Richmond. Thinks about a three. Doesn't want it. Gives it off to Moshe. Moshe top of the key. Guarded by Bednarik. Going to go right at him. All the way to the basket. Off the window. Too strong. Rebound though out to Caleb. And the Warbirds will get another look. Lars Tweet deep three. Top of the key. Cha-ching from downtown. Lars Tweet is good, 5-0. Wolsey-Wessington, a quick start tonight. Something that, according to Coach Hooks, they want to see every game. Get out to that quick start. Get out and let the horses run, he says. Here's Moberg backing away out near the timeline. Going to leave it for Gass. A long two. No good on the baseline. Tweet another board. 5-0 Warbirds. And here they go. Caleb Richmond on the right wing. Caleb back to Tweet in the center circle. Off to Rainford. Peyton the drive all the way to the basket. Blocked from behind and knocked out of bounds by Bednarik. Oh, they're going to say off Woolsey Wessington. So Deubrook will get the ball just inside of 6 minutes left first quarter. 5-0 Warbirds lead. Inbounds Moberg. Moberg guarded by Peyton Rainford. Back across the timeline is Deubrook. Left corner now Bednarik. Back to Moberg. Moberg. The drive. Leaves it for Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld out to Gass. Gass the drive. Runs into two defenders. Shot no good. Caleb Richmond the rebound. Caleb across midcourt, hesitates, drives, leaves it out to Rainford. Fakes on the three. He finds Hughes. Hughes the drive. Low block, shut down by Schoenfeld. Back outside to Tweet. You won't see a lot of inside action with Schoenfeld in there. He's 6'7", and he is all kinds of long. Here's Colin Hughes. Lost it out of bounds. Turnover back to the Dolphins. Woolsey Wessington defending, leading 5-0 here with 5 minutes to play in the first quarter. Moberg across the timeline off to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld guarded by Moshe. Off to Moberg, left wing Gass for three. No good. Boy, Hughes backed his kid all the way out of the picture. Tweet with the rebound. Tweet into Moshe. Moshe the drive, leaves it out to Rainford for three, and he got it. Peyton Rainford from long range. Second three of the quarter for Woolsey Wessington. They lead now 8-0. Coach Gass wants a timeout. 4:42 to play first quarter. 8-0 Warbirds. Back in a minute, 60 seconds on KOKK.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Ken Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Ken Clark Insurance Wessington, equal opportunity provider. 458-2281. For your crop insurance needs.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
Dakota Sports.
And welcome back to Wessington Springs. Woolsey Wessington leading Deubrook 8-0. Woolsey Wessington the 3, Deubrook the 8 seed. Deubrook trying to get their first basket. Schoenfeld almost lost it to Moshe. Kicks it out to Moberg. Moberg's three blocked by Moshe. Picked up by Sawyer Nelson in for the first time tonight. And we'll have a Deubrook, or no, that's Tweet. And we'll have a Deubrook foul. Tweet will inbound. He'll bring it into Rainford. And coincidentally, Sawyer Nelson is in the game. Here's the handoff. Caleb to Lars Tweet, top of the key. Lars, the drive. Backs it in. Leaves it in the corner again for Rainford. Rainford for Caleb. Caleb the drive. Leaves it for Sawyer Nelson. Nelson from 12 on the baseline. No good. Rebound tipped up and taken by Charlie Olson. And now a jump ball as Rainford reaches in and ties him up. And the jump ball's going to Woolsey Wessington. Deubrook going to check Connor Andrews in. Andrews going to replace Charlie Olson with 4:07 to play in the first quarter. Woolsey Wessington still on top, 8-0. Inbounds Caleb Richmond. Caleb on the left wing. Still on the dribble, out to Tweet. Lars Tweet for Rainford. Rainford right side. Crossover into the lane. Nice leave for Nelson. Nobody paying attention to Sawyer Nelson there. And Nelson will get himself a layup. 10-0 Warbirds. Moberg across the timeline for Deubrook. Lobs it in the corner for Schoenfeld. Doesn't want the three. Cross court to Bednarik. Back to Schoenfeld. Pass inside for Gass. Gass, the shot will not count. Foul on the floor is on Wolsey Wessington. Fouls on, I think on Sawyer, or excuse me, Lars Tweet. Tweet's first. They go to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld on the baseline. The runner, too strong. Moshe the rebound. Moshe ahead to Rainford. Rainford right wing, crosses over. Up top for Tweet. Left wing, Moshe or Caleb deep three. Got it. Caleb Richmond from way downtown. That was somewhere down by the Humdinger. 13-0. Wolsey Wessington on top. It's probably not even the Humdinger anymore. Here's a foul on Peyton Rainford. Rainford's first, team second. Deubrook will inbound into the backcourt. 13-0. Wolsey Wessington leads. Deubrook trying to get something going. Schoenfeld inside, too strong off the window. Tweet the rebound. Tweet a pass ahead to Caleb. Caleb on the left wing, crosses over, drives. Nice lead to Rainford. Rainford, the teardrop on the baseline is too strong and rebounded by Deubrook. We got a whistle on the rebound. And I think, is that Rainford or Richmond? Be the third on Wolsey Wessington, and it'll be the second on Peyton Rainford. So it's Colin Hughes, Caleb Richmond, Lars Tweet, Sawyer Nelson, Moshe Richmond on the floor, currently for Wolsey Wessington. Here's Moberg across the timeline, joined out there by Bednarik and Gass and Schoenfeld and Andrews. Here's Gass, top of the key, gives it back to Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld had it knocked away, tips it on the baseline though. Now they got him trapped, kicked out to Bednarik for three. That one way short, rebounded by Andrews. Andrews saved it in though, and it's saved into Caleb Richmond. Caleb leaves it for a Lars Tweet three from the corner. That one short. Hughes the offensive board. Back out to Caleb. Nope, Moshe, the drive. Off the window, too strong. Or was that a pass? I think that was a pass. And Sawyer Nelson gets the bunny, and it's 15-0. Moberg in the corner, Bednarik around the horn. They play the weave game with Gass. Schoenfeld right side of the free throw line. Back outside for Andrews. Andrews right wing, Bednarik, handoff Schoenfeld. He'll take the deep three. That one is good. And the Deubrook Dolphins are finally on the board. 15-3. 95 seconds left, first quarter from Wessington Springs. Left wing Moshe, baseline drive. Off the window, not strong enough. Guess who? Nelson. Putback won't go. He got it again. Second putback won't go. He got it a third time, but he cheated that time, so they'll call him for the foul. Foul on Nelson is his first, fourth on the team. Inbounds for Deubrook for Moberg. Moberg quickly down court. Schoenfeld, here's Bednarik for three, no good. Long rebound, Caleb, and Caleb's behind everybody. All the way to the basket, lay-in is good. So Caleb Richmond has 5, and the Warbirds lead 17-3 with a minute left in the first. Here's Schoenfeld's pass, tipped out of bounds by Caleb Richmond. And we'll have an inbound here on the Deubrook side of midcourt. Schoenfeld to Bednarik. Bednarik from the corner. Hughes had him trapped. Did he step out? Nope, foul on Hughes.
He's shooting, that's fine.
55 seconds left here in the opening quarter. First on Hughes, fifth on the team. Free throws for Braxton Bednarik. To the line, first is up, front iron and no good. Well, Deubrook having a hard time finding the bottom of the net tonight. Chance Schoenfeld, the lone points of the quarter, a 3. Bednarik a chance to get it one on the board and misses both free throws. Rebound Moshe. Back across the timeline, gonna leave it for Caleb. Caleb over to Lars Tweet. Tweet top of the key, drives all the way to the basket, splits a double team, can't finish it off. Rebounded by Moberg. Moberg ahead to Gass. Gass going to settle for the free throw line jumper. Halfway down the cannon, pops out. Rebound is knocked out off Wolsey Wessington, so Deubrook going to hold on to it. 33 seconds left in the opening quarter, so no shot clock here. Wolsey Wessington a 17-point so far opening quarter. And a 14-point lead. Gass on the wing for three. No good. Hit the heel, popped up. Rebound Caleb Richmond. So the Warbirds can now hold for the final shot of the quarter. Already a 17-3 lead. 5 different players have scored. All the starters in the scoring column. Well, actually, no, not technically true. But speaking of, Sabalier is into the game. Sabalier back to Caleb. Final seconds of the quarter. Caleb the drive, can't finish it off. Sabalier the rebound, and he's fouled. So a couple of free throws coming for Isaiah Sabalier. Fouls on Chance Schoenfeld. That will be his first. Free throws for Sabalier. First is off front iron and no good. Sabalier with one more. Second is up. That one is good. Sabalier will split a pair. 6 players have scored. It's 18-3. Here's a Tweet steal on the inbounds. And he hits it from midcourt. Unbelievable. Wolsey Wessington, 21 first quarter points. They lead 21-3. Back to the studios for a minute, second quarter in 60 seconds on KOKK.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Onward Wolsey Business Association supports all activities of Wolsey Wessington School. Onward Wolsey Business Association includes Santel, Egg Takera, Wolsey Wessington School, the City of Wolsey, Cane Creek Outfitters, Buzzin' Coffee, H&S Heating and Cooling, Dakota Environmental Engineering. Best of luck, Warbirds, from the Onward Wolsey Business Association.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wessington Springs as Wolsey Wessington, our late game, taking on Deubrook. Warbirds rolling early, 21-3 they lead after one quarter. Chance Schoenfeld with the lone points for Deubrook. Here's a steal by Moshe. Moshe to the other end. Two-hand dunk does not connect. Hughes, though, the offensive rebound. And then it's knocked out by Deubrook, so a missed dunk. The crowd will have to wait. Moshe can't believe it. He wanted that one. But, of course, when you got a nice lead, you can miss one of those, right? Tweet down to Rainford in the corner. Here's Hughes' free throw line. Nice shot attempt, fake attempt. He got past Schoenfeld, but Schoenfeld just too long and blocks him from behind. Deubrook to the other end. Bednarik on the wing, left side. Right corner now for Gass. Gass trying to set up Schoenfeld in the post, and looks like maybe they'll rotate Chance into the post a little more. Schoenfeld got behind, and here's a dunk. Chance Schoenfeld with the two-hand flush. Not only does he connect, he does it over Moshe, which I'm sure will only motivate the young man. Here's an offensive foul as Nelson's screen was, or Tweet's screen was not within the rules. First foul of the quarter on the Warbirds, second on Lars Tweet. So Deubrook inbounds with 7 minutes to play in the first half. 21-5, Wolsey Wessington on top. Gass lost it. Tweet the steal. Lars back across midcourt. Right wing Caleb, the drive. After the shot fake, and a whistle is on the foul on the floor on Deubrook, and it'll go on number 4, Charlie Olson. For the Dolphins, I think that's just their second foul this entire game. One in the first quarter, one now here so far in the second. Hughes going to check out of the game as Sabalier is back on. So Sabalier, the Richmonds, Tweet, and Rainford. Peyton will get the inbounds from Lars Tweet in the backcourt across the timeline and off to Caleb Richmond. Caleb guarded out there by Axel Truian, and boy, he is a cheap suit defense. Here's a rebound after a miss, and there's a travel, or a double dribble rather, as Deubrook also brought Carson Engelstead in, and Engelstead on the fast break there got what they like to call in the business too open. Didn't really know what to do. Nobody came up to guard him. His team was kind of on the fast break, so he stopped the dribble and didn't see anybody to pass to, so he put it back on the floor. Wolsey Wessington back to the offensive end. Caleb Richmond, a little nifty behind the back move, trying to wrap it around to Sabalier, but threw it out of bounds. 21-5, Wolsey Wessington on top, 6:20 to play here. Quarter number 2, and the officials talking it over quickly. And, they're going to say it went off a Deubrook Dolphin, so Wolsey Wessington will have the ball. Lars Tweet will inbound, bring it into Moshe in the corner. Moshe to Caleb. Cross court again to Tweet, and a whistle is another offensive foul on a screen. This one on Peyton Rainford or Moshe Richmond? Peyton Rainford. And for Peyton, that's going to be his third. So we'll see. And yep, Coach Hooks is going to get Harley Roberts up. Pass out on the left wing, Moberg. Chance Schoenfeld for Gass. Gass splits a double team all the way to the rack, and Gass knocks one in off the window. Isaac's first basket. First basket by anybody but Chance Schoenfeld. Here's a deep Caleb Richmond three. That one's off the heel. Schoenfeld the rebound. Warbird lead is 14 points. 5:40 to play in the second. They went on a 15-0 run to start the game. Gass on the other end going coast to coast for the layup. So Gass with back-to-back baskets. The Deubrook fans loving it. 21-9 Wolsey Wessington leads. 5:32 to play in the first half. We'll take a 30-second timeout. Back in 30 on KOKK.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkertson, agent at Volkertson Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Fiona Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports on KOKK.
Welcome back to Wessington Springs. 5:32 to play in the second quarter. Wolsey Wessington led 21-3 at the end of the first. They have not scored here in the second quarter. It's been all Dolphins on a 6-0 run. 21-9 as the Warbirds have the ball. Here's Moshe. Nice lead for Sabalier, and he'll get the hoop and the harm as Schoenfeld reaches in to commit the foul. So Sabalier, with his first field goal, had a free throw in that first quarter, and now we'll have a chance to make it a three-point play. Jet Kleinsasser is on, and it appears Sawyer Nelson will check in as well, probably after the Sabalier free throw, because I'm assuming he will replace Isaiah. Sabalier hits the free throw and will check out. So it'll be Nelson, the Richmonds, Harley Roberts, Jet Kleinsasser, Sawyer Nelson. Here's Gass for Deubrook. Left wing Schoenfeld. Cross court, Gass open for three. Halfway down the cannon, rims out. Kleinsasser there for the board. And a whistle on Deubrook. We'll see who the foul is called on here. There was a couple of Dolphins in the area. It looks like Axel Truian, and he will pick up his first. That'll be 3 on Deubrook here in the second quarter. 5 minutes to play until halftime. Kleinsasser lost it, almost fell across the timeline, finds the handle and gives it off to Caleb Richmond. And also coming over to try to grab it was Braxton Bednarik, and I think Bednarik's going to pick up his first foul. So that's 4 on Deubrook, so now Wolsey Wessington almost in the bonus with 5 minutes to play in the half. Roberts into the backcourt for Kleinsasser. Jack crosses over on Moberg, drives all the way to the basket, scoops, lost it on the way up. Found the handle, his pass back out is ripped by Gass. A steal the other way with Isaac Gass. Down in the corner, Bednarik for 3, no good. Rebound, Roberts. Roberts the handoff for Caleb Richmond. Caleb on the wing. Was going to give it off to Kleinsasser. Kleinsasser cuts to the basket, almost threw it away. Harley Roberts there to collect it. Off to Moshe. Moshe the drive. Runner off the window. No good. Got his own rebound. Let's try it again. It's up and in. Moshe with 2 field goals tonight. 26-9 as the lead again swells to 17. Schoenfeld top of the key, guarded by Moshe. Bednarik on the left wing. Bednarik around the horn. Right side for Gass. Isaac and Bednarik the pick and roll. Bednarik all the way to the basket. Leaves it off for the big teardrop from Axel Truian. Boy, that one caught some altitude. Double digits for Deubrook, 26-11. Roberts for Moshe. Moshe the drive. At Schoenfeld, he goes all the way to the basket, can't finish it off. Long rebound all the way out to Caleb at the top of the key. And they'll find a way to hold on to the ball. Caleb the drive. Shot no good. Rebound Schoenfeld. Well, he had it for a moment. Now it's on the deck, as are 3 players. And a whistle. Is that going to be a foul? It will be. Nelson will pick up his second. I thought maybe they had called out of bounds a jump ball. It didn't really look like anybody committed a foul. There's 3 players going after it. Deubrook will get it back down 15 with 3:20 to play in the first half. Joshua Moberg running the point across the timeline for Deubrook. Gass inside for Schoenfeld. Schoenfeld back up top for Gass. Gass cuts, leaves it for Bednarik. Here's the drive, and Moberg can't quite finish it off, and a rebound by Moshe, and then a whistle. And I don't know who that's on. Oh, okay, it's on Moshe. It's a shooting foul, so Axel Truian will go to the free throw line. Moshe will pick up his first. And Truian will shoot a couple of free throws on the shooting foul. Again, no team in the bonus yet, although a next whistle will put either of these 2 teams into the bonus. The Dolphins no good on the first free throw. They're 0-3 from the free throw line tonight. Second free throw is up. That rattles, but it's going to go. So Truian's got 3 points. And it's 26-12, a 14-point Wolsey Wessington lead. 3 minutes to play in the first half. Here's Tweet, top of the key, gives it to Moshe. Moshe sees an opening on the baseline. Schoenfeld fouled him and got away with it there. He was going up for the dunk, and Schoenfeld blocked it, but also got some hand there. Well, again, for Wolsey Washington with the lead and the situation being as it was, they're not going to say much, but young man definitely deserved a couple of free throws there. 26-12, Wolsey Washington up 14. 2:40 to play here in the first half. Tweet the drive, cross court back to Moshe. Moshe the drive, leaves it for Sabalier, off the window and good. Isaiah Sabalier with 6 points. The lead is 16 as Moberg crosses the timeline for Deubrook. Pass off for Gass. Gass up top, Schoenfeld, back to Gass left wing. Isaac the drive, leaves it in the corner, knocked out of bounds by Caleb Richmond. Coach Jared Gass giving the officials the business on the other end. Oh, and then over and back on the end. Oh, no. They're allowed to bring it into the backcourt on the inbounds. Bednarik for Gass. Gass top of the key. Now it's Isaac Gass. Bednarik on the left wing. Looks at 3. Doesn't want it. Now drives all the way to the basket. And a whistle will get him to the free throw line. Tweet or Sabalier both were there. Tweet was following into the basket. Sabalier was there at the end. And it'll go on Lars Tweet. For Lars, his third. That'll also be 5 on Wolsey Wessington. So in the bonus for the remainder of the second quarter here, the Deubrook Dolphins. First free throw, though, is no good. Bednarik is 0 for 3. The team is 1 of 5 from the free throw line tonight. Tweet will check out. Jet Kleinsasser back on for Wolsey Wessington. Bednarik with one more. Front iron and no good. Rebound. Hughes had to go off his hands. Picked up by Richmond. Moshe to the other end. In the corner. Lost it off his hip. Nope. Foul on Moberg. Joshua Moberg whistled for his first. Both teams in the bonus now, so this one's actually going to result in free throws. Moberg's first is the team's 5th, and Moshe to the free throw line. Moshe Richmond, 2 baskets tonight. First free throw is no good. Wolsey Wessington a 21-point first quarter, 7 thus far here in the second. Second free throw for Moshe Richmond is good. Richmond 5 points, and the lead is back to 17. Chance Schoenfeld, 3 from the corner is good. Schoenfeld's second 3, he's got 8. Minute 35 left here in the second. Remember, at halftime, we'll get an updated scoreboard. We'll get you a score on that Esteline Hendricks DeSmet game. We'll get you an updated Tiger girls score. Here's Caleb Richmond short on the runner. Chance Schoenfeld the rebound and gives it ahead to Gass. Gass in the right corner for Truian. Truian back to Gass. Isaac to drive. Off the window, not strong enough. Rebound flipped over and Schoenfeld there to collect it. Boy, Chance Schoenfeld gets the ball that close to the basket. You're going to have a hard time stopping him. 29-17, a 12-point Wolsey Wessington lead. Minute left first half. Moshe, Hughes, and Caleb playing weave at the top of the key. Richmond inside. Tried to give it off to Sabalier, and then a whistle. That is kind of an odd whistle. I think it's a foul. Or not. Must have just called a turnover. Deubrook will inbound. Less than a minute to play in the first half. They've got it back to a 12-point game. Remember, Wolsey Wessington started this game on a 15-0 run. And now here with a 3, could be double digits. Gass going to settle for a long 2. It's airmail, rebounded by Caleb. Caleb tied up by Moberg. Jump ball will go to Wolsey Wessington. 42 seconds left in the first half here. So a shot clock and then, so Deubrook can get it back. 29-17, a 12-point Warbird lead. Kleinsasser in to Caleb Richmond. Caleb will slowly take it across the timeline as Wolsey Wessington content to slow it down a little bit here. Here comes Nelson on the screen. Caleb the drive, throws up the runner, no good. Rebound tipped, and he'll take it himself. Caleb Richmond, the board, shot clock is off, and now they can hold for the final shot of the half. Warbirds by a dozen. Moshe at the top of the key. Kleinsasser, handoff for Caleb. Here comes Nelson on the screen. Caleb out near the timeline. Drives past Schoenfeld, leaves it in for Nelson, and Nelson is fouled on his way up. So a couple of free throws here late in the second. 6.6 seconds left in the half. The foul's on Isaac Gass, and that'll be his first. Sawyer Nelson at the line. First is, wow, how did that fall in? That hit the heel, caught some iron, sat there for a moment. Oh, let's just go in. Nelson with 5 points, and Sawyer has a second free throw, and that one is good. So a half dozen for Nelson. The lead is 14, 31-17, Wolsey Wessington. 6 seconds to play in the first half as Deubrook will inbound to some kind of lighter pressure. Schoenfeld going to try the half-court 3. Off the mark. Caleb got a rebound and time to whip it to the other end. That one is no good. And that'll do it for the first half here in Wessington Springs. At the break, Wolsey Wessington leads 31-17. Back in 2 minutes with a halftime show. 2 minutes on KOKK.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Action news on the scene. Once again, a craft of some sort has crash landed. I can see movement coming from the craft. Is it the sun? It is. It's confirmed and emerging now exactly what we thought. It is the sun. Ty Clark has just emerged from the craft. He's the son of Kent Clark. And yes, they're teaming up like Superman and Boy Wonder. Father and son finally together. Kent Clark Insurance, Wessington. Equal opportunity provider. 458-2281 for your crop insurance needs.
It seems like nothing's built to last these days. Well, here's one that's built to last a long time. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing in Wessington. These creep feeders are built with convenience and durability in mind. Feed flow is easily adjustable with an agitation bar to prevent bridging and snug-fitting lids. Portable creep feeders from Burns Manufacturing are made locally in Wessington, South Dakota. Put a portable creep feeder from Burns Manufacturing of Wessington into your farming operation.
Whip Custom Farming can help with all of your crop production needs, from planting to spraying to harvesting to trucking. With over 50 years of experience, Whip Custom Farming is prepared to meet the individual producer's needs, from the entire annual operation to individual per contract jobs. Whip Custom Farming is available to do the complete job or work alongside you and your existing equipment. Find us online or call Trent at 605-350-2867. Whip Custom Farming, looking forward to growing with you.
You're tuned to Dakota Sports.
And welcome back to Wessington Springs. Halftime of our second of our doubleheader here tonight is Woolsey Wessington leading the Deubrook Dolphins 31-17. If you were here for the first about 6 minutes of this game, you would be surprised that it's 31-17 because Woolsey Wessington ripped off a 15-0 run before Deubrook put one on the board and led 21-3 at the end of one quarter as Lars Tweet canned a half quarter at the buzzer to make it 21-3. However, Deubrook stormed back in the second quarter. They cut it down to single digits once, but Woolsey Wessington able to get it back to 31-17 at the break. Deubrook does outscore Woolsey Wessington in that second quarter, 14-10. Halftime here in Wessington Springs. We'll get a look at your scoreboard, brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care. We'll get a look at these individual scores, and we'll get you ready, of course, for tomorrow night. We'll be in Madison tomorrow night for a 5:30 game. That'll be the early game. The late game, the participants are being decided over in Castlewood. Castlewood won their game. They beat Iroquois Lake Preston pretty good, and Esteline Hendricks now taking on DeSmet, and we'll get you that score here after another timeout from Wessington Springs. At the half, Woolsey Wessington 31, Deubrook 17. Back in 2 minutes with more halftime show. 2 minutes on KOKK.
The Onward Woolsey Business Association supports all activities of the Woolsey Wessington School. The Onward Woolsey Business Association includes 281 Travel Center and Roll and Wheel Restaurant, American Bank and Trust, Schumacher Repair, McGilvery Heating and Cooling LLC, Mid-Dakota, Pullman Well Drilling, First Stop Insurance, and Engelbretson's Just One More. Best of luck to the Warbirds from the Onward Woolsey Business Association.
American Family Insurance.
This is Crystal Volkwartson, agent at Volkwartson & Associates, Inc. As your American Family Insurance agent in Huron and Miller, I'm looking out for what matters to you, even when nothing's wrong. Call me today at 605-352-4943, and let's talk about your insurance needs today.
American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin.
Stop into Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey today for some good food, good drinks, and great time. Shooter's has new hours. They're open Monday through Friday, 3 to close, with the kitchen open 4 to 10. Shooter's is now open Saturdays, noon to close, with a lunch special and appetizers available noon to 4. Be sure to follow their Facebook page to find the weekly special and any drink specials they may be having. You can still get all their normal menu items like their delicious ribeye dinner and, of course, Shooter's famous homemade pizzas 4 to 10 p.m. Monday through Saturday. Make your next stop at Shooter's Saloon in Woolsey.
Rocking Z Acres of Wessington provides USDA certified organic, SCI regenerative certified and conventional crop production, balancing biology with fertility. They offer a full line of organic and conventional products for plant nutrition, plant health, and soil biology to help local producers, including amino protein products to stimulate biology and plant hormones, amino-chelated micronutrients, compost extracts derived from local sources, and kelp products. Rocking Z Acres is proud to support Huron and area high school sports.
Dakota Sports is committed to excellence in sports broadcasting.
And welcome back to Wessington Springs. Wessington Springs hosting one half of this Region 2B tournament, the other half in Castlewood. And Castlewood is taking a look at our scoreboard here. The Mirror Family Hair Care brings us scoreboard updates. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror, offering services for your entire family. Cuts, colors, waxes, perms, hair treatments, sugars, eyelash extensions, shampoo sets. You can stop in or you can call for an appointment. They do accept walk-ins at 35 4th Street Southeast, downtown Huron. Lori and Kylie at the Mirror for your hair, all your hair needs. You can call Lori for an appointment, 605-883-HAIR. Or you can call or text Kylie at 605-553-1628, the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. Well, finals tonight in boys basketball. Wessington Springs beats James Valley Christian 64-56. Castlewood defeats Iroquois Lake Preston 71-23. Aberdeen Christian is up 53-45 on Hitchcock Tulare with under a minute to play in that one. And here in Wessington Springs, Wolsey Wessington cruising 28-12. No, wait a minute. Let's get that updated here. How about 31-17 at the half? So let's try to get this updated because I saw that DeSmet was leading Esteline Hendricks with 4 minutes to play in the third. DeSmet 47, Esteline Hendricks 43. Well, the Tiger girls having a tough go West River. The final out there, Rapid City Stevens 78, Huron 35. So the Tiger girls see their season come to a close tonight over on Tiger Radio. That is a full check of the scoreboard. Scoreboard updates are brought to you by the Mirror Family Hair Care, downtown Huron. A 14-point Wolsey Wessington lead at the break. Take a 2-minute timeout, come back with individual numbers, and we'll be ready for a second half of play in Wessington Springs. Wolsey Wessington 31, Deubrook 17. 2 minutes on KOKK.
With nearly 130 stores in 12 states, Slumberland has the buying power to bring you the best values from the nation's top furniture brands. Slumberland is America's #1 dealer for Lazy Boy furniture. Slumberland is also the Midwest's largest retailer for Sealy, Simmons, Stearns & Foster, and Tempur-Pedic mattresses. Slumberland of Huron is completely locally owned and operated. Our staff, including sales and delivery, is made up entirely of your neighbors in Huron. So for the best brands at the best prices, along with truly local service, turn to Slumberland Furniture of Huron.
Hi, I am Tyson Lean. As a college wrestler, I push my body to the limit every day. But after a few injuries, I started to feel like I wasn't performing at my best. That's when I turned to Carr Chiropractic and their team of experts. Through a combination of adjustments, rehab, and natural supplements, I was able to recover faster, reduce my pain, and improve my overall performance on the mat. Whether you're an athlete or just looking to improve your health, I highly recommend giving Carr Chiropractic a try.
Kaufman Livestock of Huron is a proud supporter of the Huron Tigers in all area high school athletics. Marty, Cody, and Logan Kaufman raise registered Simmental bulls. 2 are former Huron Tigers, 1 a former Alpena Wildcat. Best of luck to all area athletes and the Huron Tigers. From Kaufman Livestock of Huron.
At Olympic Chevrolet in Huron, count on an experienced staff. Count on a knowledgeable staff. At Olympic Chevrolet, count on a helpful and friendly staff. So whether you're in the market for a brand new vehicle or a used, dependable vehicle, count on the staff at Olympic Chevrolet to help you get the vehicle that best fits your needs. Olympic Chevrolet, call them at 605-352-6411. See them at 500 4th Street Northeast in Huron, or go online at olympicgmc.com. Drive off the lot today with the vehicle that you've been dreaming about from Olympic Chevrolet.
Your headquarters for sports is Dakota Sports on KOKK.
First half scores here tonight. Isaac Gass, 4 points. Alex Truey 3 points. Alex 1 of 2 from the line. Chance Schoenfeld leads him with 10. Deubrook scored 3 in the first, 14 in the second, 17 in the half. They are 1 of 6 from the line, led by Chance Schoenfeld with 10 points. Wolsey Wessington 6 in the scoring column. Sawyer Nelson 6, Lars Tweet 6, Isaiah Sabalier 6. Those are the top scorers. Caleb and Moshe 5 apiece, and Peyton Rainford has 3. Wolsey Wessington scored 21 in the first, 10 in the second, 31 in the half, 5 of 7 from the line. And they'll start off defending in the second half as Deubrook will have the possession arrow. Gass going to drive all the way to the rack and put it in. Isaac Gass with a half dozen. Quickly down court is Moshe to Hughes, and Hughes gets a bunny as nobody got back on him. Hughes has his first basket, 7th Warbird to score. Gass goes quickly at the other end. Shot is no good. Hughes the rebound. Rainford cross court for Caleb Richmond. Caleb out to Tweet in the center circle. Lars on the wing, left side, handoff for Peyton Rainford. Rainford for Richmond. Caleb on the right wing. Lost it, picked up by Gass. Gass the other way, running a 2-on-1. Gass and Olsen back to Gass. Another layup for Isaac Gass. And it's a 12-point game, 33-21. Oh, and there's an over and back. Caleb Richmond caught the ball on the other side of the timeline and just immediately jumped onto the other side of midcourt. So the over and back will give it back to Deubrook with 7 minutes left in the third. Second half just underway. And Deubrook with a 3 can get it to double or single digits. Bednarik inside for Schoenfeld. Fadeaway, rattles in for Chance Schoenfeld. He's got a dozen. It's a 10-point game, 33-23. Rainford ahead to Tweet. Tweet right wing. He'll rise up from 6 feet. Jumper no good. Got his own rebound off Schoenfeld's hand. Finds Rainford in the paint. Rainford drops it back outside. Cross court to Tweet. Right wing. Lars thinks about a 3. Drives on Bednarik. Back to Hughes. Hughes for 3. Got it.